Hey everyone, it's Brown Eyed Bird ASMR. Thank you for joining my very first Let's Play today. So yes, today is my birthday, and I decided I wanted to do something special for the day. And since my things are kind of up in the air for me right now, so I decided to throw myself a little party here with the community and do a game. This game is called The Last Express. It's was made in 1997, and it is one of my favorites, mainly because, one, I am a huge fan of the pre World War One, World War One, and post World War One worlds. I don't think they get a whole lot of attention here in America because of, mainly because we were so uninvolved up until the very last year of it. But I find this fascinating. I also find it fascinating because I'm a huge lover of trains. And I don't mean like I'm a train junkie, like I've got model trains everywhere. I mean, I love the romanticism behind being on a train. You get to see the sights, you get to encounter people. Some of my favorite stories have to do with travel on train. And this is one of them. This takes place actually on the famous Orient Express. So the story we're going to see here is riding on the Orient Express from Paris to Constantinople a week before the assassination of Archduke Ferdinand. So you're going to see a lot of you might see some famous names listed. You might see a lot of famous references like Sarajevo, and even a few references to certain military groups. But I think you're really going to enjoy this. This game is a lot of listening, and for us ASM artists and audio artists, that's going to be very appealing. So I think you guys will enjoy not only some of the action in this, but also going to enjoy those quiet moments. I am pre-recording this because I couldn't get the live stream to work. However, I think this will still be fun. So we're just going to jump right in with a new game, and I'm going to play it start to finish, and we'll see where we go from there. Again, I'm gonna try and not do a lot of talking because I want you guys to enjoy the game. But I am going to do a little bit of commentary here and there. It's the teacher in me. So enough of that. Let's just jump right in. So again, thank you all for coming. This game shouldn't take more than 3.5 hours. I'll cut out longer parts where there's not a whole lot going on if necessary, but again, settle yourselves down and just enjoy it, okay? Thanks all for coming, and here we go. All right, we're going to open a new game.
Mesdames et messieurs, votre attention s'il vous plaît. L'Orient Express à destination de Strasbourg, Munich, Vienne, Budapest, Belgrade, Sofia et Constantinople va partir. Les passagers sont priés de monter à bord des voitures. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. The Orient Express is now leaving for Strasbourg, Munich, Vienna, Budapest, Belgrade, Sofia and Constantinople. All passengers should be on board.
En voiture, fermez les portières s'il vous plaît.
Okay, so that is the intro. You may have noticed it's a little bit different. It's very visual novel style. I'm going to turn the volume down a bit. Hopefully it won't be too bad. So this is chapter 1. We just left Paris and we are on our way to Epernay. And the character we're playing is Robert Cat. That's the brunette who just got on the train. There's a reason we had to get on the train such as we did. So we're going to continue. And we have a woman there. We're going to quickly grab this. And then...
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Excuse me, can you tell me which compartment is Tyler Whitney's?
Oh, Monsieur Whitney, excuse me. Your compartment is number 1. Oh merde, où est-ce que j'ai pu le mettre?
I don't know how many of you speak French. I don't speak a whole lot of French, but the people who do speak French in my side of the family.
Excuse me, monsieur, but this is the last sleeping car. If you are looking for the dining car, it is 2 cars forward.
I thought I'd just take a walk to the end of the train. There is another car after this one, isn't there?
Yes, but it is a private car. Je suis désolé, monsieur.
Okay, so just get the layout here. So what we've got here is we've got the list. This is all the people who are on the train. So I'm going to hold here. You can kind of see some of the names we're going to encounter. Okay, so we're gonna
Premier service,
no,
le dîner est
this
servi
is the
dans le wagon
reason why
restaurant.
we had to get on the train the way we did, is because we are being hunted for murder. All right, so we're going down
Bonsoir, monsieur.
to here, to this one. We're number 1. Okay.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Tyler.
Okay. We're going to quickly lock this door. And we are going to get this body off the train because, as I said, we're being hunted for murder. He is already gone, so Tyler is our friend, but however, we cannot be found with a body. This is not the only way to do this. However, it is the way that is the fastest for the gameplay I want to do today. Sorry, Tyler. I don't know if he wasn't dead before. He was dead, just so you know. He was dead, but if, you know, again, oop, nope. Hang on, I forgot about the jacket. We have blood on our jacket. We cannot wear this jacket. All right, now we can close the window. So, we're going to quickly take a look here. Let's see, we've got we had a telegram here from Tyler.
Cat, have come across something exceptional. More your line than mine. Depart Orient Express, 7 p.m. Friday, Gare l'Est. You're the only one I can trust. Your pal, Tyler. P.S. Hope you're not still angry about what happened in Cuba.
All right, and here is our reply to him.
I accept. Need to get out of town for a while anyway. Book double compartment in your own name. Don't mention mine. Maybe a little late. I'll meet you on the train. Kath. P.S. Still angry about Cuba.
Okay. And then we have this. Okay. If any of you can read Russian, can feel free to pause and go back at any point and read through it, but we will get a translation of that later. You'll see how. So, and then we have a trunk there or something. So we're going to unlock this and we're going to head out. All right.
François, viens ici. Arrête tout de suite.
Okay. Kid.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Peux-tu cesser, s'il te plaît, ou je t'abandonne dans la prochaine gare allemande? Ça te plairait?
You know, the little kid's got a whistle.
D'où vient ce sifflet? Je l'ai trouvé. Où, s'il te plaît? Sur le sol. Pourquoi le caches-tu?
And that whistle is important for us as well.
Tu es vraiment impossible.
Okay.
Tu peux le garder,
But also,
mais à condition de ne plus siffler
Francois is one of those kind of kids who's...
J'ai vu un homme tirer par la fenêtre et il roulait à côté des rails.
Ah, vraiment?
Oui, il a roulé et il était mort.
François, s'il te plaît, va jouer avec ton jouet.
Il est mort, il est mort, il est mort.
François, arrête de chanter, c'est désagréable. Tu veux pleurer?
Okay.
Eh bien, pleure.
Okay, moving on. So that family for me, I love.
Born from an insignificant woman enslaved and overshadowed by her husband into a passionate avenger.
This clock is going to be
Si les
very
petites
useful.
bourgeoises se mettent à écrire l'histoire, on n'est
Gotta
pas
see
sorti
the
d'affaire.
time.
Voilà bien une réflexion du petit aristocrate.
Arrête. Tu dis toi-même qu'elle est une Madame Bovary.
What counts is she's acted. She's a very opposite
Excusez-moi,
Madame
monsieur.
Bovary. I'd say more Joan of Arc, really.
Ou the English burnt at the stake.
Must you always bring that up?
Well, it happened.
What really interests me about Madame Caillot is the way the French scandals develop so differently from English ones.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Pardon me.
All right, so that's the time. That time is going to be very useful to keep track of things. So we can sit and you can kind of look at some of the detail they've done. What they did when they first made this game was they had
Regarde ce beau jeune homme qui vient d'entrer.
Sophie.
Ne t'inquiète pas, il ne peut pas comprendre, c'est un Américain.
they found
Si
one
on ne
of
regarde pas,
the Orient
il ne saura
Express
jamais que c'est de lui qu'on parle.
cars, or, you know, a luxury
C'est
train
impressionnant, hein,
car,
comme il a l'air de venir
and just got
d'ailleurs.
on and took
Pas
lots of
du tout
pictures,
comme
and
un
then
Européen. Veste
you know,
ouverte, adorablement négligée,
did,
les cheveux
did
légèrement
the
décoiffés.
drawing
He said
over
you could use a
the
wash.
train.
Écoute, si tu ne t'intéresses pas aux détails, tu ne vas jamais devenir une grande romancière. Regarde ses yeux bleus simplistes. Il pourrait
Ok.
devenir l'archétype d'un héros de roman. Viens, on rentre.
On va pas dîner?
Mais non, ça se passe
Bonsoir,
pas comme ça
monsieur.
sur les grandes lignes.
We have a nice table for you here in the
On
corner.
attend le deuxième
If you will
service.
please follow
Si
me.
on prend le dîner maintenant,
Please,
on va
monsieur.
s'ennuyer.
Have a seat.
Tu les as regardés?
All right,
Que des vieux et des gens
so
impossibles.
you can kind of see some of the people. That group is important. These two are important.
Good evening,
This
Your
guy's-
Excellency. Mademoiselle.
Ah, Herr
I
Whitney.
trust everything
You
has
are
been to your
different than I had
satisfaction.
imagined.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I
Your
ran
Excellency
across an
will
old
permit.
friend.
One does have the most unexpected encounters on trains. Shall we get down to business? Have you brought the gold?
Thank you for your indulgence. I will bother you no
First you
further.
kept me waiting, now you don't answer me. I have kept my half of the bargain. If something has gone wrong, I would like to know it.
Nothing has gone wrong.
I'm glad. I trust that you will not mind if I asked to see the gold.
I trust you won't mind either if I ask to see what I'm buying.
To see it? But you know that is impossible. The merchandise will be put on the train at Munich. It is what we agreed.
Good. Then we're even. Herr Schmidt, it's been a pleasure. We'll talk again after Munich.
Okay. So, we talk to this guy now.
Mind if I join you?
Why not?
I didn't mean to scare you off.
For me, a bowl of soup is enough. I can take no pleasure in food, while millions of my countrymen go without bread. Good evening.
Okay. So again, this is before.
Bonsoir, monsieur. Does monsieur wish to order dinner?
Yes, I will have the roast duck
Um,
and
we want to take a look at this
a
because
bottle of 96
we've
Bordeaux.
got
Very good, monsieur.
very important numbers here. For those of you who are history lovers, won't take a great deal to.
Соблюдала все заветы нашей церкви.
Да, дедушка.
Тебе нравится это блюдо?
Да.
По-моему, это замечательно.
я себя чувствую прекрасно.
Okay, so something you should notice is that when our character understands a language, you will see subtitles. If he doesn't understand the language, you won't see anything. So Russian, German, French, stuff like the languages he understands, we'll see subtitles. The things he doesn't understand, there will not be any subtitles. So if any of you speak this language, at any point, then feel free to comment what's being said in the comments below, which would be great. So we can kind of listen to a lot of people, and we can also do a lot of eavesdropping. Oh dear. So we're going to keep going here.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Got a light? Thanks. Haven't we met somewhere before?
It's possible. I don't think I would have remembered.
This is the lady that we saw coming when we first got on the train. We saw this lady down at the end of the hall when we first got on. But we can see this family. This family is so much fun to listen to. I can't even tell you guys. I won't even ruin it for you how much fun you're going to have listening to them. I will say only that if you think
Excuse me.
We have encountered lots of entitled people in our world today.
Welcome.
Good evening.
Madame's presence is a great honor for us. The usual table is ready. If Madame will permit me.
Thank you.
If I may say so, Madame is like a shining star, and we are all basking in her light. I am your servant, Madame.
Thank you, Pascal.
Enjoy your dinner, Madame.
Okay. So she's going to be very important.
Mind if I join you?
That's bold. Is it customary in America to be so forward?
In certain circles, it's not unheard of.
I must have been moving in the wrong circles. I hope you find somewhere to sit.
Okay.
Oui, madame. Avez-vous fait votre choix?
Yes. I'll have the beef filet.
Le filet de bœuf jardinière. Very good. Is madame dining alone?
Yes.
Very good, madame.
All right. So again, keep an eye on the time. There are certain things that happen at specific times. I will put a link in the description below of where you can buy this game on. It's available on Steam, so I'll leave a link. I'll leave a link in the description. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Of how you can get a hold of this game. I would really encourage anybody to play it. You will have a lot of fun because this is not the only route you can take. You can take the story in a lot of different ways. So, let's see. Try and talk to him. I don't think we can yet.
Excuse me.
Pardon me.
There is a point where we can talk to him. So.
François, prépare-toi pour le dîner. Oh mon Dieu, qu'est-ce que je vois flotter dans mon eau de Cologne?
C'est Eugène. J'ai dû l'embaumer avant de partir.
Eugène?
Ma mante religieuse. Elle était morte.
Quelle horreur! Tu aurais pu l'acheter dans le jardin. Claude, dites quelque chose.
François, vous ne pouvez pas toucher aux affaires de votre mère ou les utiliser pour vos expériences. Pourtant, je dois dire que c'était une bonne idée d'avoir utilisé de l'eau de Cologne. L'alcool préserve.
Mon sifflet est mort aussi, mais il était trop gros pour la bouteille.
Claude, il faut que vous lui parliez. Son obsession de la mort, vous trouvez ça normal pour un jeune garçon de 7 ans?
Pourquoi pas? C'est un processus naturel comme n'importe quel autre.
Mais un sifflet en forme de scarabée, comment cela pourrait-il mourir?
Pourtant, il est mort.
Like I said, This family is fun to listen to. It really is. Oh my gosh, you have no idea how much fun it's going to be to listen to them. Okay. So, this is the two ladies that we heard talking.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
So, and this is going to be important too. So we're going to go back to the smoking car because it's nearing the end of dinner and we're going into second service. So we're going to see a lot of people coming in.
Deuxième service.
Yes, see, circus second service has just been announced.
Le dîner est servi dans le wagon-restaurant. Dinner is served in the restaurant car. Deuxième service.
Claude, décrivez-nous l'endroit où nous allons. Je sais que François voudrait en savoir plus. Décrivez-nous un peu la ville.
La ville? J'en ai aucune idée.
Alright, so we're just gonna chill here for a while because there's...
Excuse me.
Yeah. See?
Could you tell me what this paper says?
It's a Russian fairy tale. For children.
Could you translate it for me?
Do you know what a fairy tale is? It's one of the ways the exploiters make the people forget that they're enslaved. For 100 years, Russian peasants have told their children this story of a hero who plucks the tail feather from a firebird. Child goes to bed with an empty stomach and dreams of a hero who will never come.
Sorry I asked.
Okay. We're gonna head down to
Pardon me?
to our car, take a few more looks around, but even more importantly, I wanted to be able to show you this because this conductor here is an artist and he's drawing all the people you're going to encounter, and as the story keeps going there'll be more pages.
Pardon me?
Ah, Monsieur Whitney, excusez-moi. His Excellency wishes to receive you in his private car.
His Excellency.
Yes, monsieur. He's waiting for you.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Alright, so we're going to meet His Excellency.
Hello. It seems I've been sent for by someone named His Excellency. That wouldn't be you, would it?
No, it is not.
What an unexpected pleasure, Mr. Robert Cath.
Usually people call me Tyler Whitney.
You should take care when choosing a name for yourself. Names have power. The most primitive cultures understood this, but of course it will be as you prefer.
Not everyone has the luxury of choosing his own name, Mr.
Kronos. Whether you are Cath or Whitney is a matter of indifference to me. I am prepared to continue the discussions begun by my agent in Paris, provided that you have the peace of which you spoke.
Is Kronos your first name or your last name?
I have no time to continue these delightful discussions of names. I have brought with me a rather heavy briefcase. I would like to know now if the proposed exchange interests you, and if you are capable of completing it.
Not just at the moment, but I have hopes of being able to do so.
In that case, we have nothing further to discuss. I myself must leave the train in Vienna. In case we do not see each other again, I wish you a pleasant journey to Istanbul, and continued success in evading the British and French authorities. Have a pleasant evening, Mr. Cath. Kahina will show you out.
Alright.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Alright, so we're gonna head back to the dining car. We got a lot to think about. I apologize. I don't know if you could hear him. My cat is meowing. I apologize for that. So, you should settle down here in a minute, I hope. Alright, so we're gonna sit here, just chill for a moment, listen to some more of these guys' conversations, their conversation. You'll get to hear a little bit more about August here, like right now. So, I'm gonna get that out of the way. I'm gonna try and remember to move my mouse, too. I apologize if I don't.
Fräulein Wolf, I could not leave the room without paying you my compliments. I'm sure you do not remember me. My name is August Schmidt.
But I do remember you. It was at Mrs. Lauder's in London, wasn't it?
Yes. You played Brahms' violin concerto.
How lovely of you to remember. And you were with an English woman. Was she your wife?
Yes, that is... forgive me for interrupting your dinner. May I say that I'm delighted that we are sharing this journey.
You're very kind. Good evening.
Okay. As I was saying, I apologize if the mouse gets left on the screen. I'm going to try not to do that, but... Again, there's a lot of quiet moments to really enjoy. That's one of the reasons I wanted to do this game, was because it's so quiet and atmospheric, and you can just kind of sit and enjoy the scene and the sounds. And, we just kind of run with the pace of the
Уже
game.
отужинали, мы можем идти? Позвольте мне помочь вам. Осторожно. Вот так.
Alright. We're gonna sit here, because we are about to have an encounter that is very interesting. I'll give you a little bit more idea about who this guy is and who these two are.
Василий Александрович!
Дедушка?
Василий Александрович, меня зовут Алексей Дольников. Вы, кажется, знавали моего батюшку.
Да, знавал я одного Дольникова, Петра Николаевича. Хороший был человек, набожный. Сын у него был. Опозорил и отца, и всю семью свою. Пойдем, внученька. Устал я малость.
Василий Александрович, how many thousands have you condemned to prison and torture in the name of your piety? Или вы счет потеряли?
And we have to do this, but it's such a jerky thing to say. I hate it. Sorry.
Well, I think you made a pretty good first impression.
Oh god, we are such a jerk. We can be such a jerk sometimes. Alright, so... We, There's more conversations to listen to. I really want to focus on that and let you guys just listen to the atmosphere of the game.
Mademoiselle, je vous ai réservé votre table favorite. Quel plaisir de vous voir ici ce soir avec votre charmante amie. Jamais je n'ai vu deux femmes aussi jolies dans un même endroit. Vous êtes les reines de l'Orient Express.
Merci, Pascal.
Oh,
He does lay it on a bit thick, doesn't he?
Pascal? Oh, he talks like that to everybody. Tu es vraiment très belle ce soir.
Sophie, you're embarrassing me.
Mais pourquoi? C'est vrai? Tu ne me crois pas? Tourne-toi et demande à notre Américain s'il te trouve belle. Je suis sûre qu'il sera du même avis que moi.
Sophie?
Ah pardon, j'ai oublié. Il n'est pas ton genre. Tu t'en fiches bien si tu lui plais ou pas. Demandons donc à la dame en rouge, là, derrière moi. Elle est superbe, tu ne trouves pas? Longue, mince, en grand deuil, douleur majestueuse.
Sophie, everyone can hear you.
Et alors, qu'est-ce que ça peut nous faire? Écoute, pourquoi voyager si c'est pour s'inquiéter des mêmes choses que chez nous? Tu es libre. Tu ne le sais pas encore, c'est tout.
You make it all sound so simple. If you only knew how very difficult it was for me to even get on this train.
All right.
Le train entre en gare d'Épernay. Épernay, 5 minutes d'arrêt.
All right. So we're going to head back to our compartment because there's really not much else to do at the moment. So, because we're also going to be in Épernay
Bonsoir, monsieur.
in a few moments, and...
Who are you?
This is my compartment. Who are you?
Okay.
This is Tyler Whitney's compartment. Where is Tyler? Ubийца!
Okay. We gotta dodge these attacks.
As I was about to say, I didn't kill him.
Who are you?
My name is Robert Cath.
So you are Cath? Tyler spoke of you. He was afraid you were angry with him.
He shouldn't have worried. That was a long time ago. You better tell me what's going on. Tyler had a meeting with someone named August Schmidt. What was that about?
Where's the gold?
What gold? I saw a wooden box in a hell of a mess.
Then we are lost. How can I tell this to the general? Oh, I must tell to the others.
What general? What were you and Tyler mixed up in?
You must tell no one about this. No one.
Not even the train conductor?
You've been warned. Tsunaruka, the Black Hand.
Okay. So, very important there. The Black Hand, that is the name, if any of you are familiar with history, the Black Hand is the name of the secret military group in Serbia that was allegedly, it was never proven, but it was allegedly connected to the assassination of Archduke Ferdinand.
Excusez-moi, monsieur. Le train entre en gare d'Épernay. Épernay, 5 minutes d'arrêt.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Očigledno je da je taj čovek ubio Tylera i ukrao žar pticu.
Ma ne bre, on je bio Tylerov prijatelj.
Kako si ti lakoveran? Taj čovek razgovara sa
Again,
tobom
we
sa
can hear the
rukama
conversation
okrnjenim
here, but we can't
krvlju,
understand it
kako
because
Tyler
we do
prijatelj.
not speak
Pa naravno, zašto bi te on lažao?
Slavic.
Ako je Tyler znao da on dolazi, zašto nama o tome ništa nije rekao?
Bonsoir, monsieur.
I još nešto. Ja nisam baš uverena da je Tyler bio tako
But you see how they're moving so realistically down through here. What they did was they filmed people walking up and down the corridors, and then they went back over and they painted it. So it's very early mocap, if you think about it. So.
Excusez-moi, monsieur. Excusez-moi, monsieur.
And there's Kahina. And she is exploring a lot of stuff. So she's searching for something. Oh. And of course, this lady here, oh, she is so much fun to listen to. You guys have no idea. You are going to get so much entertainment out of her.
Excusez-moi.
And the little boy, too.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Est-ce que je peux aller au bout du train?
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Mais non, François.
Pardon.
Il est temps d'aller se coucher. Tu iras au bout du train demain.
Okay.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
All right. So that is the end of chapter 1. We are now going to be on our way to chapter 2, which is Épernay to Strasbourg. So, all right, okay. So, chapter 2, we are going to continue on. We are in Épernay. Kahina is searching for something. We are searching for something. We have August Schmidt, where we have a deal with him. So we're going to go to... listen to more of their conversation.
These aren't nuances, Sophie. All of Russia may go into revolt.
After a month on the island, you won't think about such things. Listen, why don't you write a play when we get there? Ça pourrait être un chef-d'œuvre. Une de tes amusantes petites pièces, comme celle que tu as écrite sur Réginald. Je serai Ariane et tu seras Théséus. Joséphine sera le Minotaure. Pourtant, tu es tellement têtue que ça devrait être ton rôle.
Joséphine?
Oui, je ne t'ai pas dit? Elle m'a écrit la dernière fois.
Messieurs et mesdames les voyageurs, veuillez retourner à vos places, s'il vous plaît.
Okay.
Il s'agit d'un
We're having a routine check
Ladies and
because
gentlemen, please return to your compartment.
we're going to hide in here real fast because the last thing we want to do is be found by the police. Because again, we're wanted for murder. And remember, we also had to get rid of Tyler off the train. There is a way to avoid doing this, and that's hiding Tyler and then disposing of him later, but it was much easier to do it that way. And you get to know more of the characters and interactions. So we're going to hide in here, kind of listen to some of the conversations. You can kind of see, again, some of the detail work of how things were set up. So you can see,
Bonsoir, police, ouvrez s'il vous plaît.
can see the detail and stuff, and you can kind of look up and see everything. The door. God, look at the
Bonsoir,
detail
police,
on this.
ouvrez
Can
s'il
you
vous plaît.
see?
Einen Augenblick.
C'est la police, madame. Merci, madame. Bonne soirée, excusez-nous de vous avoir dérangé.
Good evening.
Bonsoir, police, ouvrez s'il vous plaît.
All right. So,
Bonsoir, police, ouvrez s'il vous plaît.
Qui est-ce?
C'est la police, madame.
La police? Un instant, messieurs. Entrez.
Merci, madame. Bonne soirée, excusez-nous de vous avoir dérangé.
Je vous en prie.
Bonsoir, police, ouvrez s'il vous plaît.
Qui est-ce?
C'est la police, monsieur.
Un instant, messieurs. Entrez.
Merci, monsieur. Excusez-moi de vous avoir dérangé. Passez une bonne nuit.
Je vous en prie.
Bonsoir, police, ouvrez s'il vous plaît.
Just a minute. Come in.
Merci, madame. Bonne soirée, excusez-nous de vous avoir dérangé. Bonsoir, police, ouvrez s'il vous plaît.
now we can't open the door because we're hiding and the Count is asleep. They're not going to push it with him.
Messieurs, nous avons pris du retard. Nous devons repartir dès maintenant. Nous n'en avons pas fait que la France. Nous sommes désolés, messieurs. De toute façon, l'Orient Express se doit d'être à l'heure. Vous pouvez descendre maintenant ou vous pouvez rester jusqu'à Chalon. Comme vous voulez.
Messieurs et mesdames les voyageurs, le wagon-restaurant est réouvert.
Okay. So, we avoided that. We're going to bounce out here. All right. So,
Bonsoir, madame.
we can listen to this.
Je demande une explication.
Bien sûr, madame.
J'ai souvent voyagé dans des grands trains. Mon mari est ingénieur. Et je vous assure que j'écrirai personnellement au chef de la compagnie afin qu'il...
Bien sûr, madame. Vous avez tout à fait raison, madame. Je vous assure, cette incursion n'était pas prévue. Malheureusement, c'était la police locale. On a bien essayé de leur faire comprendre. Mais vous savez, on est en France.
De quoi s'agit-il alors?
Comme vous avez été tellement patiente, madame, je crois que
Just
vous n'avez
understanding.
aucun mal à vous répéter en toute confiance ce qu'ils m'ont expliqué.
Voyons.
Il s'agit d'un cadavre, madame, qui a été découvert le long de la voie ferrée. La police pensait qu'il avait été jeté de notre train. Rien, madame. Il s'agissait d'une erreur. Il n'y a aucune raison de s'inquiéter.
C'est vrai, ils l'ont jeté par la fenêtre.
Excuse me.
François, ne raconte pas de...
Si vous me permettez, madame, je vais vous laisser. Bonne soirée, madame.
Pardon me?
François, je t'ai dit de ne pas raconter d'histoire.
Pardon me?
Vraiment insupportable.
Are you reading about Madame Caillot?
I don't believe we've been introduced.
We haven't. I'm Tyler Whitney.
I know. Herr Schmidt told me who you were. If you'll excuse me, I'd like to finish my magazine.
You still haven't told me your name.
Okay.
Would you lock my compartment, please?
Of course, mademoiselle.
Thank you.
All right, so we are doing good here. Each chapter takes about an hour and a half. Some are going to be a little bit longer, but I'll try and cut them down as needed. So, hello, Francois.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Right away, monsieur. There you are, monsieur.
Thank you.
August.
Herr Schmidt?
Something I enjoy about this game is, you know, getting to...
Ah, monsieur, excuse me. These compartments belong to the gentleman in number 4.
امشي من هناك. سمعتني؟ امشي من هناك.
Yes, don't mess with that too much. That is a good way to die. Unless you want to get that achievement unlocked, in which case, you know, by all means, go for it. Let's see. We're gonna go back. Again, I'm introducing you to all the characters. I have played this game several times. I like...
Bonsoir, monsieur.
This way to do it is probably one of the fastest, but again, experiment and play this game on your own. It's pretty reasonably priced in Steam. I don't think you spend more than $20 on it. Sophie and Rebecca,
Do you know, when I
are
saw
fun
you
to
in
listen to
London,
also.
I thought you were English.
Not really.
Yes, really.
My wife is English. Perhaps because of this.
It's more than that. It's the way you dress, the way you carry yourself. And of course, you speak English so beautifully. I would never have believed you were German.
Is that so? But really, Miss Wolf, your own English is also very good.
Alright, so we get that August Schmidt is a flirt. And, you know, that is Miss Anna Wolf, who is, oh, excuse me, who is a famous violinist, and you're going to get to hear a lot of her playing as the game progresses. So I love violin music. I love a lot of
Bonsoir, monsieur.
instrumental music, of course. There's a lot to enjoy about this game. Again, don't want to mess with this guy. He is...
Mr. Mockton. Pardon me.
Yeah.
Pardon me?
Yeah, he's not one to mess with. So...
Pardon me?
Bonne nuit, Monsieur Whitney. Have a good sleep.
All right. So there's really not much to do here right now. So we're just going to, you know, we're in Chalon, Chalon-sur-Marne. And once we leave here, we're just gonna. Oh, why am I knocking at my own door? Sorry. Again, I want to take a moment to kind of show you guys the detail they did on this train. This one car, and they got so much detail. It's really incredible. You kind of see, you know, like the lighting and the fixtures and everything. This was one luxury train car. And again, you can kind of look under here, kind of see the plumbing setup. showers. All kinds of stuff. It's really, really cool. So that's basically it. And we're just gonna go to sleep. All right. Now we can get up and walk around, but it's kind of different because we're walking down, but if we turn, we're still by our door. And if we go this way, it's weird. So again, now what you're gonna see is some of that mocap I was talking about. And this is a little disturbing based on everything we've seen. And it's a little creepy. So I'm gonna warn you right now. This is a little creepy. So hopefully nobody's too sensitive. I guess nearing that time of the year, halfway through September, getting to October, prepare for the spooky. So 3, 2, 1.
Why don't you make it sing?
All right. See, I can't believe nobody has actually noticed that other than Milos, who is my favorite amongst the Black Hand folks. I honestly really like him. I think he is genuinely, nice.
I saw your light. I thought you might be having trouble sleeping.
I had a bad nightmare. It woke me up.
Can I come in?
Why not? Runter, Maxel. Make yourself comfortable. I'm sorry the place is a mess.
Do you always carry a gun on your concert tours?
A woman traveling alone has to be careful.
I would have thought Max was enough protection.
You are not Tyler Whitney. Who are you?
My name is Robert Cath.
What do you want?
Tyler Whitney was a friend of mine.
What's that supposed to mean? Maxel, bleib hier. Sitz.
Oh, it's such a pretty dog, too. Alright, we're gonna go down and take a look at the poor guy. And you're gonna get to see one of the things.
Let me through, I'm a doctor.
Слышите, как они поют? Таня, посмотри на его руки. Они покрыты
шерстью,
черной шерстью. Неужели ты не видишь?
Vasily!
What are you doing? What kind of a doctor are you?
Это я знаю. Ты за мною пришел, убийца. Таня, подай мне нож. Я вырежу его сердце и скормлю волкам.
Дедушка! Oh, don't listen to him. He doesn't know what he's saying.
Vasily Alexandrovich!
Who are you?
Set it down over there.
Mais pour l'amour du ciel, que signifient ces cris? C'est impossible de dormir dans un tel
Brew this in a
vacarme.
tea and give him a cup every 4 hours. Can you do that?
Yes. What on earth is the matter?
Let's clear out. Let him sleep.
Vous avez entendu le docteur. Tout le monde dehors. Il faut le laisser se reposer.
Miss Tatiana, could I speak with you?
Oh, ça c'est rien.
I don't want to frighten you, but I think someone went into my compartment while I was at dinner. No. Would you think I was very silly if I asked you to keep it for me, just until we reach Vienna? Of course not. I would be glad to. You mustn't tell anybody. It will be our secret.
Okay. There's really not much for us to do.
Good night, Miss Wolf.
Good night, Mr. Whitney.
So we're gonna watch Anna here. She's got something she's hiding with Tatiana. So we're just gonna go back and go to sleep now.
Good night, Monsieur Whitney. Until tomorrow.
And then there's our guy, still fast asleep. Missed the whole thing. Okay, so that is the end of that. Alright, so we're just gonna go back to sleep. Alright, we're into chapter 3. It's morning on the Express. Everybody's up and about. So we're going to learn as much as we can. Alright. Now something we didn't notice last night here is this. Alright. Now, if you ever get stuck and need hints and stuff, so we've got some kind of thoughts about what to do today. We're gonna head down.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Milos. Milos?
Il y a de très jolies femmes dans le wagon couchette.
Good morning. How is your grandfather?
François,
He's
je te
sleeping.
défends de leur
Good.
adresser la
Don't
parole.
forget the tea.
Claude,
I won't.
dis-lui quelque chose.
I want to thank you for what you did. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't been there.
Has he been ill for long?
I don't
Si on
know.
l'enlève, est-ce que
I've
ce
been
serait
living in
une bonne
France.
expérience aussi?
Grandfather came to bring me home to Russia. I knew he wasn't well, but
Et elles m'ont donné des
if there is
bonbons.
anything we can do to repay you, please tell me.
Do you think you could read this?
The Firebird! Oh, it's beautiful! Look at his burning tail! Where did it come from?
It belonged to a friend of mine. What does it say?
It's a poem for children. It's a story about Prince Ivan and the Firebird. If you like, I could write out a translation and give it to you this afternoon.
Thank you, Tatiana.
Excuse me.
Oh boy.
К вашему сведению, после нанесенного вами оскорбления с дедушкой случился приступ. По-моему, вы горды тем, что причинили
Is
мучения
everything to
старику.
your satisfaction, monsieur?
If Vasily Alexandrovich suffers,
Would
it's
monsieur
because of
like
his own
anything
guilty
else?
conscience. I only spoke the
That's
truth.
another role.
How dare you!
Right away, monsieur.
Мадемуазель Татьяна, вы олицетворяете надменность, присущую вашему классу.
Вы сами выходец из того же класса.
Я?
Bon, on rentre?
Вряд ли.
Pourquoi?
Во всяком случае, это
Allez,
несущественно.
viens.
Я посвятил свою жизнь.
Alright, we're gonna go talk to Milos.
Quoi? Enfin, qui?
Peut-être l'américain. Il a l'air d'un fauteur de troupe. Je l'ai souvent vu traîner dans le couloir.
Le docteur?
Il était là, hier soir, dans le compartiment du comte Obolanski.
Alright.
Il y avait tant de monde, il aurait pu profiter de la confusion pour vous la voler.
Il n'y avait pas tant de monde. Juste Madame Wolf et Mademoiselle Tatiana. De toute façon, la clé a disparu. Soyez attentifs.
Très bien, monsieur.
Alright.
Come in.
Milos, we need to talk.
Pazi, možda je naoružan.
August Schmidt thinks I'm Tyler. I went along with it to keep the game going. Now I want to know what the game is.
Nemoj ništa da mu govoriš.
On je bre ženo Tylerov prijatelj.
Tebi je svako prijatelj.
Come on, sit down. Have you heard of unity or death?
Sure. That's Harvard's motto. Or is it the post office?
Unity or death is a sacred vow. Crna ruka. We have all taken it. Tyler too.
He always liked that sort of thing.
He gave his life for this. Tyler came to us in the winter. We were hiding in the mountains of Bjelašnica, north of Sarajevo.
Šta se njega tiče gde je Bjelašnica?
Pa hoćeš ti me na ženska glava da pustiš da govorim? When Tyler came, we had no food, no guns, nothing. Tyler brought us guns.
What did Tyler want from August Schmidt?
Tyler was given a mission by the general himself. It was a great treasure that belonged to the Serbian people.
What was it?
It was called the Firebird. I never saw it. Tyler was to sell it for gold to buy the guns from the German. If the German finds out that we have lost the gold, everything is lost. You must tell him that we have the gold and that we want to buy the guns.
Why should I help you cheat August Schmidt?
Cheat him? How can you speak of cheating a German? The Germans are taking our land, the food from our children. We are like slaves in our own land. Tyler understood this. If you betray us, you betray the cause he died for.
It's your cause, not mine.
Da ga ubijem odmah.
Zabranjujem ti, on je bio Tylerov prijatelj.
Ti ćeš ga pustiti da izađe odavde? Ti si veća budala nego što sam mislila.
Oh, by the way, Herr Schmidt mentioned that he was having some merchandise put on the train at Munich. So long. Madame?
Okay, so...
Pardon me.
Excusez-moi,
Le grand est le père, et le petit est le fils, et ils
Pardon.
vont au désert. Mais le train est attaqué par des soldats. Paf, paf, ils tirent dessus. Le papa est mort, et... Non, le papa est blessé, et il tire. Paf, 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 il tombe. Mais le petit est mort. Pauvre petit.
Mr. Dolnikov. Pardon me?
J'ai vu un scarabée noir.
Vraiment?
Oui, et je l'ai attrapé. Mais il est parti.
All right. So Francois has a very interesting game going on here.
Pardon me.
Somebody get this kid some help. Feel bad for the kid. Anyway. All right. So he also has something that we want. So.
Bonjour, monsieur.
All right. All right, we're gonna go.
Excuse me?
Oh, and look, there is the black beetle. So, we know the whistle is important. It takes a few tries to catch the beetle. Shoot. Come on, you little bugger. Because the kid's got there's a whistle that we want, and this would be a good way to get it. There we go, we got him. All right.
Excuse me.
Okay, so
Bonjour, monsieur.
Excuse me?
Pardon me? Pardon me? Pardon me?
Conductor, would you lock my door, please?
all right. You see, I wish I would be able to kind of look out the
Yes,
window, kind of. I mean, it's blurry. There's really nothing you can
There you are,
see.
monsieur.
Thank you.
But anyway, so. Again, it's mostly countryside that we're seeing. We're gonna listen to...
What were you writing all morning?
Just my diary.
I thought it must be a novel. You were writing such a long time. When can I read it?
You want to read my diary?
Of course, unless it's a secret.
Well, it is, rather. No one's ever asked me before. I don't know what to say.
I'm just teasing you. It was just to see the look on your face.
Really? Sophie.
You were really funny. You would have thought I was asking to borrow money.
So again, we've got the clock here. There's so much to listen to, and it is so enjoyable. Sorry, I'm trying to eat as I do this before I have to run out this evening to help at a show I'm doing. So hang on. Oh, so sorry about that, guys. Again, it's a lot to see and enjoy, a lot of different ways to play the game. And what we are in, I don't know if any of you noticed, we are actually in the smoking car. So you're gonna see...
Shall we order some champagne?
A lot of smoking going on.
Champagne? It's not even 10 o'clock.
So what?
You really are rather wonderful. Do you know that?
Excuse me.
Okay,
ladies,
so you can kind of see
not help
outside.
overhearing you discuss
Very
champagne.
gray.
That is a subject I know something about. May I invite you to join me in a bottle of Veuve Clicquot 1906?
Oh, we couldn't possibly.
Oh, why? Thank you. You're very kind.
Sophie?
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is August Schmidt.
Sophie de Breteuil. And this timid person is Mademoiselle Norton.
You are French?
I'm Bohemian. And Mademoiselle Norton is English.
Indeed. And how far will you be traveling?
As far as possible, thank you.
And you, Monsieur Auguste?
I'm Schmidt. August Schmidt. I'm traveling on business, a simple transaction, and then back to Munich to my wife and children.
How lovely.
It's too bad your wife couldn't come with you.
Yes, it must be hard on her to have you away.
Oh well, she has the children. But it is true, I do travel a great deal. Are you ladies traveling alone?
No, I'm traveling with Sophie. And Sophie is traveling with me.
Ah, yes. Of course. You should be careful in these foreign countries. Two young ladies like yourself, in the East, things are not always what they seem.
And you, Monsieur Auguste? Are you always what you seem?
Schmidt. Why? What do I seem?
To me, I think you seem like a man with many secrets.
Secrets? Me?
Oh, yes.
I will tell you, for me to be sitting here talking in this delightful way with two so enchanting and beautiful young ladies, this is a secret I would do better not to tell my wife.
Darling, I think I feel another one of my headaches coming on.
Oh no, you'd better lie down right away. It was a pleasure to meet you, Monsieur Auguste. We'll drink that champagne another time, yes?
You have my word of honor.
So Sophie and Rebecca are fun to listen to. You get a lot of details, and August. That face there sums up his entire character, honestly. All right, so we're gonna get up, and we're going to make our way down back towards, back towards this end of the train. Again, we can see Francois and his family. See him still looking for little bugs.
Excuse me.
Pardon me.
And, I don't know how many of you have ever traveled on trains. I mean, I've never been on a luxury liner. That's on a bucket list thing to do. But I have traveled via, liners here in in America. I took a train once from my house to Chicago, and then Chicago out to North Dakota to visit a friend, and taking back, I did get a sleeper car, and you can open the door and set everything up, and it's very, very similar. And it was my first time taking a cross-country style trip on a train, and I absolutely loved it. I brought my computer along and I got a lot written and stuff, and this was before I even started the channel, so I have plans to eventually take another similar trip if I'm able to. Not necessarily a sleeper car.
Bonjour, monsieur.
But we can.
Le train entre en gare de Munich.
So we are almost at Munich. There's going to be about 20 minutes.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Le train entre en gare de Munich. Munich. 20 minutes d'arrêt. Munich.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Herr Whitney, soon we will arrive in München. Are you ready to proceed with our agreement?
The answer is yes, Herr Schmidt. Our deal is on.
Your attention, please. Ladies and gentlemen, the Orient Express is now leaving for Vienna, Budapest, Belgrad, Sofia
Bitte sehr vorsichtig sein mit diesem großen Koffer.
Ja.
Ihr darf um Gottes Willen nicht hinfallen.
Meine Damen und Herren, der Orient Express fährt jetzt in Richtung Wien, Budapest, Belgrad und Konstantinopel ab. Bitte alle einsteigen.
All right. So now we are on our way from Munich to Vienna. So we can read there. We're still playing this game. We have a few more characters we get to be introduced to. One of the ones that you're going to get to meet is my absolute favorite character in the entire game, even more than the one I'm playing. And I love a lot of these all these characters. I absolutely adore. But the one you're going to meet here pretty soon is my absolute favorite in the game, just because you'll see why in a minute. Let's get on with this. It's noon.
Я вижу, вы все такая же бесстрашная, как прежде. Девушка, играете в шахматы как мужчина.
Ваш ход.
All right. Let's go meet my favorite character. Guys, you have no idea.
What's this I hear about the police boarding the train last night?
It was most unusual, monsieur. It was a French gendarme. They found the body of a dead man on the tracks near Paris. They think it has been thrown from a train. Naturally, it was a mistake. It has nothing to do with us.
No, of course not. Ridiculous, really, the idea of a murder on the Orient Express. I don't suppose they happened to mention if they'd identified the body.
I believe he was a foreigner, monsieur.
Was he? A foreigner? How interesting. Excuse me, I couldn't help wondering, is that Miss Anna Wolfe that was playing the violin just now?
Yes, monsieur. It is our honor to have Miss Wolfe traveling with us.
How delightful. And the private car in the back, that wouldn't be, His Excellency Prince Kronos now, would it?
Yes, monsieur.
How interesting. They say he hardly travels at all in Europe anymore. Just goes to show you. Huh. I understand Count Obolensky was quite ill during the night.
He's much better today, monsieur. Fortunately, we had a doctor on board.
A doctor? Not a Russian doctor?
No, sir. An American. Monsieur Whitney.
How interesting. Is he actually treating the Count, then?
He has given him a sedative, monsieur.
Sedative?
I believe a sort of herbal tea.
Oh, well, I'm sure he knows what he's doing. Still, it does seem a little irregular. Not that we English see anything wrong with a cup of tea. It can do wonders for an upset stomach. Still, one rather expects to see the usual paraphernalia. A doctor's bag instills confidence and so on. Given the importance of the patient, I mean. I suppose Mr. Whitney is travelling with quite a bit of luggage.
Monsieur?
Oh, you know, so many Americans do.
I cannot say, monsieur.
Must be the fellow I passed just now in the smoking car. Rather young, isn't he, for a doctor?
I believe he is young, yes.
I must say, he didn't look at all like the usual sort of American one expects to see on these trains. You know, flashing money about. Quite the opposite, in fact. Rather unusual for a young fellow like that to book a double compartment, prices being what they are and all that. Wouldn't you say?
I do not know, monsieur.
Well, I suppose he wants his privacy. Nothing wrong with that.
Monsieur, I really must return.
No, of course, of course. Don't let me keep you.
Thank you, monsieur. Au revoir.
Premier service. Premier service. Le déjeuner est servi. Lunch is served.
Okay, so it is the first lunch, so we are going to...
Herr Schmidt, are you having lunch alone?
As a matter of fact, I'm waiting for a lady.
Have a nice wait.
Premier service. Premier service. Le déjeuner est servi. Lunch is served. Premier service.
So, we've got August here having lunch with Anna.
Excuse me.
Pardon me.
Ah, Miss Wolf, please let me help you.
Oh, thank you.
Are you comfortable? Yes, I'm so glad. Everybody wanted to sit in your seat. I've been like a soldier fighting them away.
Oh, really?
I would not let anybody sit here.
Okay, so yes,
What
we
shall
have...
we order? Shall we get some wine?
That would be lovely.
I think good red wine, yes? Oh, forgive me. Perhaps you would...
We are going to move back into the compartments.
It is most probable.
By the way, I was wondering, you haven't seen a red cravat anywhere, have you? I was just unpacking and it seems to have disappeared.
I believe my son has taken it.
Really? What was the name of the town you mentioned?
Masjid et Suleiman.
Of course, the new oil refinery they're building at Abadan. I say, you're not working for Anglo-Persian, are you?
Why not?
Oh, well, I suppose you being a Frenchman, I just assume...
I am an engineer, monsieur. The Anglo-Persian company is doing the most innovative research in oil exploration.
Yes. Well, wouldn't want the Royal Navy to be caught short of fuel oil, would we? Tell me, are the reserves in that little town, what's it called again, really as big as they say?
I cannot offer an opinion, monsieur.
No, of course you wouldn't. Quite brave of your wife to go all that way and live in the desert.
She would not wish to be without me. And it will be a good opportunity for Francois. He has a fine scientific mind.
He seems like a very active little boy. I don't suppose you could ask him for my cravat.
I think now that I remember him using it as a kind of sieve to test salinity in the water. Most remarkable in a boy of 7. Don't you agree?
Quite remarkable.
It is a natural curiosity of the scientific mind, monsieur.
Yes, and all that trapped in the body of a little boy.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
All right. I want to show you guys this journal he's reading. It does not exist anymore, but it's a very interesting one. You get a lot of the images of what is going on at the time. So again, very interesting stuff to read.
Le train entre en gare de Salzbourg.
So we're almost in Salzburg.
10 minutes d'arrêt. Le train entre en gare de Salzbourg. Salzbourg, 10 minutes d'arrêt.
All right, so.
T'appartiennent?
C'est pas vrai.
Avec quelqu'un comme ça,
Pardon
on
me?
sait jamais. Il vous traite comme un moins que rien, vous crache dans la figure, vous menace. Et puis un petit cadeau à la fin du voyage, et on peut prendre ça après sur la Côte d'Azur.
Excusez-moi, monsieur. Pardon.
And also, you know, I can carry my violin anywhere I go.
The piano is a little bit more difficult.
Aber
Yes,
Herr Schmidt, ich bin wirklich daran interessiert, was Sie machen geschäftlich. What is your business anyway? You make it
Je ne vois
sound so
pas pourquoi vous avez à
mysterious.
partager votre
I'm afraid you
compartiment
would
avec
find
cet
it very
Anglais.
boring,
La
but
compagnie
without
n'aurait-elle pas pu le
going
mettre
into
ailleurs?
detail,
Dans ma
I will say
profession,
that my
il est
work
parfois
here
nécessaire de
is
s'habituer à
not
des
only
conditions de vie
commerce,
difficiles.
and that in
C'est
my own
exactement
small
pour cela
way,
que
I'm
François et
doing
moi
my
venons nous
part for
installer
the
à Abadan,
fatherland.
pour vous offrir une maison respectable. Chercher du pétrole dans le désert. Pourquoi ne sommes-nous pas restés à Villefranche? Votre situation était enviable. Notre petite maison était si jolie. Mon jardin était prêt à fleurir. Y aura-t-il des jardins à Abadan?
Le désert n'est pas réputé pour ses jardins, mais pour son pétrole.
Et quand il n'y aura plus de pétrole, François sera aussi sauvage qu'un nomade du désert. Il est déjà tellement impossible. Il rampe par terre et ramasse toujours les choses les plus sales.
Maman, regarde à la fenêtre. Il y a un cimetière.
Le sol est un endroit naturel pour trouver des insectes.
Oh, il est impossible de vous parler.
Okay.
D'abord le chien et maintenant le violon. C'est vraiment incroyable. Je veux à tout prix parler au chef de train.
Est-ce que c'est elle assise avec le gros monsieur? Je trouve qu'elle est très belle.
François, je t'ordonne de manger.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
Ah, monsieur, welcome. Please follow me. We have a nice table for you right here in the corner.
Thank you.
Enjoy your lunch, monsieur.
Whew. Okay. This here, right here, this guy, my absolute favorite character in the whole game. I think he is just awesome.
Pardon, monsieur.
Pardon me.
Yes, monsieur.
The escalope. That's a sort of veal cutlet, isn't it?
L'escalope de veau. Yes, monsieur.
Well, I'll have that. Well done, please.
Very good, monsieur.
All right. Let's join him for lunch. You can
Mind
see
if
what
I
mean.
join you?
No, by all means. I don't believe we've been introduced. George Abbott.
Tyler Whitney.
What foul weather. Can't seem to get out of this storm. It must be raining all across Europe. Quite remarkable, really. I understand you've made friends with the Obolenskis. You must introduce me. I'm fascinated by Russia. That was quite a scare you had last night. The chef de train told me you handled it quite well. You didn't happen to notice whether the other Russian fellow, what's his name, the young fellow, was hanging about?
I don't recall seeing him.
I'm afraid the old man has quite lost his head. Still, he has played a role for years as a sort of informal ambassador for the Tsar, if you know what I mean. I didn't know you were a doctor.
And you?
Oh, I'm travelling on business. Every now and then the company has a little matter to take care of on the continent, so off I go. Isn't she enchanting? That violinist, Miss Wolfe, she seems to be getting on rather well with Herr Schmidt. Not her type, I would have thought. Rather a surprise to see Herr Schmidt here. One would think he'd have his hands full back in Germany, what with his factories stepping up production and all that. Such an industrious people, the Germans. I wonder what business he has in the East. But you haven't told me a thing about yourself. Will you be going far?
All the way to Constantinople.
Oh, how lovely. Business or pleasure?
Actually, I'm traveling for my health.
Yes, so nice to get away from one's troubles, assuming one has any. New climates, new horizons and all that. Of course, I don't need to tell you that, you being a doctor. Quite a coincidence your being a doctor, and an American, I mean. When I boarded at Munich, the police were looking for an American doctor who'd got away from the police in Paris. Apparently he's mixed up with those Irish fanatics, Home Rule and all that, the ones that killed that policeman. Papers were full of it. Anyhow, it seems that this young doctor is in quite a bit of trouble.
Don't believe everything you read in the papers.
No, but I do. It's so much more fun that way. Still, it's none of my concern. I say, that jacket looks a bit short in the arms. Was it a French tailor who took it in for you?
I think I'll go check on the Oblinskis.
Yes, of course. Look forward to seeing you again. What a pleasant fellow.
I absolutely love George Abbott. Oh gosh, absolute favorite. He appeals to the dry, witty part of myself. You know, that part of me that's going to be like, he knows exactly what's going on. He knows everything, but he's so pleasant about it. It is so funny. Okay. So we're just, what time? Okay. We are just... Oh. Sorry, my bad. I hit the wrong button.
Bonjour,
We're going
monsieur.
to go talk to Prince Kronos again. Now we have some information for him.
Bonjour, monsieur. Are you still here? Tell His Excellency I'd like to... Tell him I want to talk to him about the Firebird.
The American, Your Excellency. I believe this time you'll want to speak to him.
Yes. Come in. Make yourself comfortable. Why, thank you, Kahina. I think I will.
Good morning, Mr. Khan. I hope you have good news for me today.
That depends. Do you still want the Firebird?
Do you have it?
What happened to Tyler?
The misadventures of Mr. Whitney and his colleagues are of no interest to me. Let us conclude this transaction quickly. We both have many other things to do. I with my collection, and you with your travels and special interests. Your treatment of Vasily Alexandrovich, for example. Datura stramonium. Very interesting.
It's very simple.
Simple to us, perhaps. But few European doctors would have thought of it. Once in Nigeria, but I digress. Do you have the Firebird?
Not technically.
Then I shall waste no more of your time. I shall look forward to our next meeting, Mr. Kath.
Okay, so if you want to read this, you can pause the video later.
The Austrian woman has the power.
Forgive me, Your Excellency.
I told you so last night. Why have you not searched her compartment?
The compartment is guarded, Your Excellency, day and night.
Ah, yes. The dog.
I am not afraid, Your Excellency. But if I enter the compartment, that dog will attack me. If Your Excellency wishes, of course.
I understand, Kahina.
Okay.
Several hours remain before Vienna. I will arrange a convenient absence for Miss Wolf, and this animal whose presence seems to make you so uneasy. Then, Kahina, you will find the Firebird.
Yes.
Bonjour, monsieur.
So, we got some stuff to do. We're gonna head back to our... Oops, wrong one. Oh, and there it is. Okay, so this is the translation. I'll let you pause it here to kind of read through it, or I can read it. You know what? I'm going to read it. Every night in a far-off land, the Firebird stole golden apples. From the royal garden, the old king said to Prince Ivan, "Go speak with the Grey Wolf and bring the Firebird to me, for I must hear him sing." "Grey Wolf, where shall I go? Climb on my back and I will take you there." In the desert heat, in the desert heart of a vast southern land hangs a cage of silver bells. On the red rock, painted with the odd shapes of Dreamtime, the bells rang out when Ivan seized it, but the Firebird had flown. "Grey Wolf, where shall I go? Climb on my back and I will take you." A world away lies a colder kingdom ringed with blue. In a circle of ancient stones, the Firebird guards a house with a golden mane. The Firebird vanished in a bright flash as Ivan grasped the reins. "Grey Wolf, where shall I go? Climb on my back and I will take you." On the rooftop of the world, Elena sleeps under the Firebird's wing. One look at her, and Prince Ivan forgot his quest. He kissed her and she rose. The Firebird watched them go. "Grey Wolf, where shall I go? Climb on my back and I will take you." They turned toward home and tired on the wayside slept. His jealous brothers, seeing them, cut Ivan into 100 pieces. Grey Wolf, cried Elena, we must find the waters of life and death. Grey Wolf, where shall I go? Climb on my back and I will take you. In the warm seas, under a cross of stars, on a grassy island, stand the heads of silent gods, looking ever outwards. There Elena found the waters of life and death and made Ivan whole. Grey Wolf, where shall I go? Climb on my back and I will take you. Go to the city of the temple built by the son of David. When the blue doors opened, Ivan and Elena entered in, and there the Firebird waited to open his throat and sing to them. And so they dwelt in harmony all their lives, and each night the Firebird sang his story to them, until Death, the Destroyer, came and overtook them as they ran, and burned their bones to fire and then to dust. Okay, so there you go. Now, I read through that pretty quickly. You can go back and read through it, but, you know, that poem is very, very important, and it took me a few times to realize just how important. So, we read through it. We're going to now go...
Bonjour, monsieur.
I don't know why I did that.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Hey, kid. Hey, kid.
Je m'excuse.
L'été dernier, elle se prélassait toute la journée comme un gros chat paresseux qui dort en attendant d'être caressé. Josephine went through parasites. Of course, but Francesca has the most charm at her house in Babylon. You cannot take everything so seriously, Rebecca. I'm trying.
Fräulein Wolf, it is a privilege to meet so talented an artist. My name is Kronos.
Your Excellency, you do me a great honor.
My car is equipped with a piano. I wonder if you would do me the favor of joining me in a duet. It will help pass the time on this rather long journey.
What a splendid idea!
Shall we say 3 o'clock?
I shall count the minutes until then.
Okay.
Is it very tiresome, your business in Vienna?
Oh, well, you know, you always hope that a man will keep his word when he does.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Hé, petit, viens voir.
Tu me le donnes?
Non. Je l'ai trouvé. Il est à moi.
Okay. We're gonna wait a minute because...
Je m'excuse. On échange.
D'accord. Si tu veux.
Il dort maintenant. Il ne marche plus.
All right. So, we have got what we needed.
Bonjour,
right.
monsieur.
Pardon me.
Pardon me.
Oh, excuse me. No.
Excuse me.
All right. We can listen to Sophie and Rebecca chatting if you'd like. Just for a few minutes. But we're almost to Atnang. And we are going to...
Absolument désolé, madame. J'assisterai auprès de Madame Wolf pour qu'elle surveille son chien.
Mais non, voyons. Vous savez bien que c'est impossible. Ce chien devait être en
Herr Whitney, the merchandise has been loaded onto the train. I have fulfilled my part of the bargain. I want to see the gold.
Our agreement included delivery of the arms in Belgrade. We're not in Belgrade yet.
Herr Whitney, since I boarded this train, I have begun to feel that things are not as they should be. If you cannot reassure me, I intend to get off in Vienna and take my merchandise with me. Guten Tag!
Je souhaite vivement que cet animal soit expulsé des voitures-lits. M'avez-vous comprise?
Oh oui, madame.
Entschuldigung.
Like I said, she is fun to listen to.
Madame Boutarel?
Excusez-moi, Boutarel. Thank you. Boutarel. Thank you, Kath.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
I always have trouble pronouncing her name. Anyway.
Excusez-moi, madame.
Would you open my compartment, please?
But of course, mademoiselle.
So again, got some...
Excuse me, Monsieur Whitney.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
So some of these cars are not all filled. It's not a whole bunch
Qu'est-ce que je peux faire pour vous?
Okay.
Je
So
suis
listen to
désolé,
this
mais
for a
l'une des
minute.
passagères s'est plainte du compagnon de voyage de Madame Wolf. Pour être plus précis, Madame Boutarel.
C'est très gênant. Vous n'avez pas réussi à l'amadouer.
C'est délicat. Vous comprenez, Madame Boutarel et son mari ne sont pas invités au concert de Madame Wolf. Rien n'est pire qu'une femme vexée. Et je crois bien qu'elle ne soit pas prête à abandonner.
Dommage. Les règles sont les règles. Annoncez la triste nouvelle à Madame Wolf et emmenez son chien dans le compartiment à bagages.
Moi, monsieur?
Oui, vous. Pourquoi? Vous avez peur des chiens?
Non, 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 monsieur. J'adore les animaux.
Alors c'est très bien. Faites pour le mieux. Et surtout, présentez nos excuses à Madame Wolf. Souvenez-vous qu'elle est l'une de nos meilleures clientes. Elle a voyagé dans ce train plus souvent que vous.
Je le sais, monsieur.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Okay. So, yep. Here, I'll kind of show you what I mean. You can kind of see how this works out as far as who is on board and who isn't. Okay. Still sorry about that. The game crashed, but hopefully didn't lose anything.
Pour le
so-
mieux. Et surtout, présentez nos excuses à Madame Wolf. Souvenez-vous qu'elle est
So
l'une
sorry
de nos
about that.
meilleures
We had to
clientes.
double back here a
Elle a
moment
voyagé dans ce
because
train
of
plus souvent
the game
que vous.
crashing.
Je le sais, monsieur.
So we are going to head over this way.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Oh, I should show you this because you can kind of see, you know, what's going on in here. This is kind of some of the lighting and the detail and stuff, and you can kind of see a lot of the really cool imagery and stuff.
Bonjour, monsieur. Bonjour, monsieur.
All right, so we're going to head down this way.
Ah, Monsieur Whitney, Prince Kronos wishes to invite you to a concert in his private car. Madame Wolf will play the violin.
And he wants me to be there.
Oh yes, Monsieur, 3 o'clock. His Excellency was most eager that you should attend.
Bonjour,
Excusez-moi,
monsieur.
Monsieur.
Mr. Abbott.
All right. All right, so what we've got here now,
C'est le conducteur, madame. Excusez-moi, madame. Je suis vraiment désolé. But we have received a complaint about the barking.
Oh no.
Of course, for you, we have always made an exception. But now that a passenger has complained,
Must he go to the baggage car?
the passenger has insisted, madame. What can I do?
Just a moment.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh, mein Kleiner, sei nicht traurig.
Excuse
Es wird dir
me,
schon
Pardon
gut gehen
me.
im Gepäckwagen. Komm her, mein Schatz. Oh, na komm.
Forgive me, madame.
You'll make sure he has plenty of water. He really doesn't like the baggage car.
Of course, madame. You are kind.
Look at the pretty
I'm
puppy.
very
He's
sorry.
so gorgeous. Oh. Oh,
Good dog,
such a
good
pretty
doggy.
dog. Okay. We're gonna head over to the dining car. I want to see if I can hear this conversation. Nope, guess not. Oh well. It's the time anyway. Okay, so we've got a few more minutes before we get to... Wait, what did that say? We've got a few more minutes before we get to,
Tu es le pire des apprentis que j'ai jamais vu.
I
C'est
got it.
incroyable qu'on te laisse travailler à bord de l'Orient Express.
Oh, je m'excuse, je m'excuse.
Je trouverais un meilleur ouvrier que toi dans n'importe quelle brasserie à Paris.
Ah oui, mais par exemple, là, le couteau, il est pas aiguisé.
Eh ben justement, qu'est-ce que t'attends pour l'aiguiser?
Tous?
Ben bien sûr tous. Oh, excuse me, monsieur. Step right this way, monsieur. Good evening, monsieur.
Okay, we're gonna let
Que
you
des
finish.
carottes. Alors tu penses être meilleur que le chef, hein?
Aïe!
Les apprentis de nos jours. Si j'avais été aussi maladroit et incompétent que toi, on m'aurait jeté du train en marche.
Okay, so smoking compartment is empty right now. We're going to... What time? Let's check the time. We are almost to Vels. And then we have the Wells to Linz. Oh, wrong button. Sorry. Nope, not that way. We have this
15 minutes d'arrêt.
in Wells. So we are having some fun here.
Le train entre en gare de Vels.
Who is this prince? That's what I'd like to know.
I don't think he's a prince of anything.
It all sounds very mysterious. Why do you think he invited us and not Madame Bouturel?
It's very simple. He's a snob. He does not know me. He only knows my name, de Breteuil. He thinks to invite the noblesse to make himself important. That's why he does not invite some petit bourgeois like the Boutarel. But he invites the Comte Oblensky, who he does not know.
Then you don't think we should accept?
Why not? It'll be less boring than listening to Madame Boutarel.
Did I tell you what she said to me this morning? Apparently the reason she and her husband aren't sharing a compartment is that their little boy, Francois... Excuse me.
Tu reviens?
Yes, I won't be a minute.
Bon, d'accord. Je t'attends.
Alright, we're gonna try and talk to Sophie.
Excuse me, got a light?
Je ne parle pas l'anglais, monsieur.
Okay, so we are going to now going to the sleeping cars. François?
Jacques, sperr uns doch bitte die Tür zu, während ich weg bin. Es tut mir wirklich leid, dass ich Sie belästigen muss. Ich bin sicher, es gibt überhaupt keine Gründe zur Sorge. Und wissen Sie, wenn der Mann...
Excusez-moi.
wäre es mir auch vollkommen egal.
Je vous en prie, madame.
Je m'excuse.
Danke, Jacques.
Alright, so her door is locked now because the dog is gone. Alright, let me check the time. I want to make sure. Yep, still good. Still good on time. The concert's at 3, and I need to get in there at 3 o'clock because that's very important to be in there at 3, or as close to it as I possibly can get. So
Tu es parti longtemps.
Was I? I'm sorry. Were you terribly bored?
Yes.
I told Madame Boutarel about the concert and she was absolutely livid.
Catty. All right. Let's see. There's Alexei.
Mr. Dolnikov.
Yeah, we get... I don't think we can go in there just yet because if I try and open it now, it's going to be difficult because
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
we will be seen, but I think we can also do it now because remember under here, where else would you hide it? Oh dear. Oh, she has... Oh, shoot. I forgot. So Tatiana hasn't left yet. We're waiting for Tatiana to leave. Because when she leaves, whatever...
Excusez-moi. Excusez-moi.
Pardon, Francois? No, I don't really speak French. Not fluently. I know a few words here and there, but not enough to have a conversation. But again, it's fun to practice an accent. Especially maybe one of these days I will do a French lady audio. Might be amusing to do. Could be fun to create an audio of being on a train like this.
Bonjour, monsieur.
So we're just
Bonjour,
waiting
monsieur.
there we go. There we go. Had to leave for a moment. Because what we want is Tatiana.
Pardon me? Pardon me?
Excuse me.
Excusez-moi, madame.
Would you lock my compartment, please?
Of course, mademoiselle.
Thank you.
So now we can check. There it is. This is what everybody's looking for. It's just the coolest design ever. You can see. Oh, absolutely gorgeous. So we are going to take it.
Ах, так это вы мне приснились. Не берите. Может быть, она у вас запоет.
All right. So we are going to.
Quiet, mademoiselle. I looked in about an hour ago. You were sleeping.
Thank you.
Have a good afternoon, mademoiselle. Just a minute. How did you get in there?
Shh. Monsieur Oblinsky is asleep. He mustn't be disturbed.
Yes, monsieur.
All right. So now we need to head back towards our compartment because we're going to want to put this someplace safe. Because remember, they think Anna has it.
It's easy for you to say that now. Now that I have nothing to go back to, that's not my fault. You weren't talking like that in London.
Londres, c'est Londres. Ici, c'est ici. I don't know why I feel something one day and not another. But I won't pretend I feel it when I don't. Je ne suis pas comme toi.
No one's feelings can change that fast.
Well, mine do.
You can't treat people as if they were your toys. There are consequences, you know. I've given up a lot to come on this trip.
I don't care about the things you give up. For me, that's nothing. What you give to me, what you make me feel, that's what I care about.
You won't give me a
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
chance.
Ah, toi, tu parles toujours de sacrifices, de conséquences, d'obligations. Je m'en fiche, moi. Si j'avais voulu tout ça, j'aurais épousé Philippe. Au moins, ça aurait eu des avantages.
Okay. So the two of them have had a
Bonjour, monsieur.
fight. So what we're going to do is we are going to put this back where it goes. You can kind of see it fits here. And now it is going to be safe, at least for the time being. And it is... continue. It's just a little after 3. So we're going to follow these ladies
Bonjour,
down.
mademoiselle. Son Excellence vous attend.
Excuse me.
Pardon me.
Well, you know, in such a moment, there is no time to be
I'm sorry, my
afraid.
grandfather's been so
Yes.
Oh, he's not feeling very well.
We're
surrounded by him.
Before I was married.
Oh.
It looks like they are starting.
No, it's
Shall
better
we sit
if I
down?
stand. May I sit
Sure.
this way? I can
This is
see
really
when I'm
delightful.
further.
Miss Tatiana,
Yes,
are you
that's
comfortable there?
Thank you.
Oh, Count Oblensky is still not feeling well? A pity. They are starting.
Hello, Kahina. And you can actually get up close and kind of see. So the trick is here, is while we are listening to this concert, and you guys will get a chance to hear the rest of the concert. It's a pretty long one.
Why don't you make it sing?
Okay, so Kahina is gone now, gone to do more snooping. With the dog gone, she's going to go into the compartment and realize that the egg that we found is not there. And she will more than likely head to the other compartments as well and discover that it's not there either. And they already, as they said earlier, they don't think I've got it. So now that I do, they won't even check mine. But we have a game we're playing here.
Why don't you make it sing?
So when Kahina comes back, then it's going to be our opportunity. That's one of the reasons why I'm coughing like this. Watch. It's going to give me, you know, some will come back in a few minutes, and then we will have until about 4:45 game time anyway to do some snooping of our own. Kahina is back now. I'm going to do this one more time. then I'm gonna get up and nobody's gonna say anything about leaving the concert early because there. So you kind of see what I mean. So we are going to start a little
Pardon me?
hunting of our own, which includes...
Oui,
Et comme ça, il n'y aura pas de guerre.
évidemment. Sans les ouvriers, il n'y aurait pas de guerre, il n'y aurait pas de chemin de fer, il n'y aurait pas de...
They're distracted, so we can get in here. And if we want, we can read diary.
Dear friend, last night my seductress allowed me to sit by the side of her bed for a long while and brush her hair. How happy I was. Her embrace pulled me into a dream, far away from my old, upholstered world. At last, und rêve intime, in this fragile, rattling old box racing into the future.
So we can read more about you can read more about this. You can read through it. Pause the video later on and you can read through it, but anyway. Alright, so we're going to close there because this way, Anna's is locked. But we can get in through, now that the conductors were distracted, we can climb out and get in the other way. Because we don't have the master key. We do know who does, though. And it is somewhere
Bonjour,
in...
monsieur.
Check drawers.
I think I'll just stretch my legs for a bit. Excuse me.
Alright, so you can kind of see that Anna is a spy. And she got the master key. But you can also see if it's, you can kind of see some of her jewelry. And if you look in the picture, you can't really see it here for some reason. Anna Wolf is Jewish. Can't really tell. She is wearing a Star of David in that picture. So, going to go this way. And we are going to go... Oh, wrong way. And go the other way. We are going to go this way.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Head back.
Ah, Monsieur Whitney. They have already started, but please, go ahead.
So we want, I believe, where's the key? There it is. This one. Because we can go up on the ladder and go on top of the train. Now, please, if you ever find yourself on a train of any kind, do not do this. This is not a safe idea. He is a professional. Whoops. He is a professional. So we're going to walk towards the end of the train, and we're on the private car. You can hear the concert going on, and there's the back of the train, the caboose. But what we want is in here. And this, to this day, what I'm about to do surprises me. A, how we did not cut our leg all to bits, I don't know. And B, how nobody heard that, I don't get it. But we are in Kronos' private car. And again, I'm not going to read through all of this. You can pause the video later, but basically from these readings, we have been examined by detectives, and Tyler was being followed. Okay. So. Okay. So again, we're going to all right. So you can go back and read through that at a later time. I want to keep the game going because okay. And the art style, again, that's one of the reasons, you know, the language and the adult situations and the artwork is one of the reasons I made this age restricted. But, see, this button does that. And there is the very large suitcase full of the gold. Okay. So, what we are about to do, I don't know how this works, but it's absolutely hysterical to me. 3, 2, 1. I don't get this. So we're gonna go out this way.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Head to our compartment, stash the briefcase. Oh, one more. Get the egg. And see if we can beat the conductor.
Bonjour, monsieur.
We have to... All right. All right, so... Oh, not yet. He will eventually be coming out. All right, so as soon as the guy comes out,
Good afternoon. Mind if I join you? So dreadfully dull, these long journeys. Nobel Innocent Club. I couldn't help noticing your accent as you were talking to the conductor. The Ukraine, perhaps? Your English is impeccable, if I may say so. You must have...
all right. Yeah, we can't get in there yet. He is eventually going to leave. So yeah, we're still doing good on time, but still.
Really? That is. Bits of bodies strewn about and so on. Did you say you were going on to Odessa? The reason I ask is we happen to be looking for a representative in that part of the world, preferably a bright young fellow with fluent English and Russian, such as yourself. Of course, I realize with your family background you've probably never considered a career in business, and of course there's no question of doing it for money. But after all, you are a member of the new generation.
All right, here we go. Now we can take care of this with the train master gone. all the way. All right, we're going to hide the egg in here. And we are going to head back out now, because we cannot get to the baggage car during the trip. Okay.
Bonjour, monsieur. Bonjour, monsieur.
Okay.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Time this correctly.
Pardon me?
Oops, forgot. Now we can get in. The trick is to get into these places when the conductors and things.
My dear Baron, since you have asked me to put pen to paper only a...
Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to. Cigars and a pistol.
My dear Baron, since you have asked me to put pen to paper only a...
Alright, this...
My dear Baron, since you have asked me...
You can kind of read through it and see
I'm therefore
if we don't
compelled to cancel the transaction. I hope that you will consider...
You know, he's only drafted this letter. If we don't present it...
Right away, monsieur.
If we don't show him the good faith, everything.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
So we can check around a little bit more if we want. There's really no reason to, other than a few achievements we want to perhaps unlock. But this is a good opportunity to do so because the conductor is gone. So let's go into... Oh, forgot. This is Tatiana's room. There's a few things that we can check out here. And she's got a diary there that she hasn't really written in. So, yeah. And we got an achievement for that. Oh, you know what? Let's go check to see some of the other artwork in the book before we head back to the concert. I'm delaying it a bit mainly because it's going to go on for a little bit longer.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Alright, so can check out a few more things. There's the Boutarels, George Abbott and Claude Boutarel. Count Oblensky's in there asleep. It's not really much to do, so if you all are ready, what we can do is it is almost 4. The concert goes on for about, not much longer. But we can go back into the concert now and just kind of wait it out.
Monsieur.
See. Yep, see? So we've done all of that, so we're good to go here. So now we can go back to the concert
Monsieur Whitney, they
and
have already
have
started. Please, go ahead.
a little ASMR time. So, I want to take this moment to thank you guys for coming out to this. I'm really having fun playing it with you. Lots of fun, really enjoying it. So let's just take a moment to kind of rest, enjoy a little atmosphere of the train and the music, and you'll be chatting in here. What's going on right now in reality, the reason I'm doing this today is because as I'm recording this, we are all sitting here at my house kind of waiting to see when my niece will be born. I have a niece on the way. It's as I'm recording this, it's little after 3 Eastern time on Saturday, and I'm expecting my niece to be here on Sunday the 15th, which is my actual birthday. So niece, as of this point, nothing yet. It doesn't necessarily mean that she won't be here right away, but as of this moment, there is nothing yet. So that's one of the reasons I did this today and did it this way instead of trying to plan an actual
Why don't you make it sing?
All right. How much time did we lose? See, the concert goes on for a while. It's probably only another 10 or 15 minutes. So anyway, that's one of the reasons I did it this way, was be able to get on, have the freedom for you guys to come and go as you wish, but still come back and watch this whenever you want. And also I'll be able to kind of pay attention in the chat box as we're talking. So yeah, it's been a good time so far. I've been having fun playing, thinking about all the stuff I'll get to do. So yeah, let's just enjoy the quiet music for a few more minutes. And then we'll continue on with the game. We are about halfway through the game, so we're good. It is really beautiful outside today too. Where I'm sitting, I've got a great view of just sunshine and trees, and this is my favorite time of year, where it's somewhere between fall and summer. It's such nice, even weather. It makes me feel really comfortable, and I love when the sun is shining. So I really feeling just content right now. I think there's one more song after this, so hopefully you guys are enjoying this. I don't want to cut it out because it is almost done. I mean, that's part of the fun of the game. So this is the last piece, and it's my favorite one, so it's almost done. This is the last piece. It's probably just another 5 to 10 minutes, so enjoy.
Wundervoll. Wunderbar,
and that's it.
Fräulein Wolf.
I hope you guys like that. I hope it wasn't too annoying to sit
Thank
there and
you.
listen to the music.
Such a wonderful treat.
I love
One would
having
think
quiet there.
playing together all your lives.
Okay.
Excuse
Pardon
me.
me?
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Sophie. All right. We're gonna start working our way down this way.
Bonjour, madame.
So first thing we need to do is we need to stop in here and get the suitcase, because we are going to go find August, and we are going to show him that.
Herr Schmidt?
Not here. Come to my compartment. Excuse me?
All right. So can look some more. Tatiana. Can look some
Excuse
more
me.
at some of the artwork. Don't know if we got to see all of them before, but I'm not. Oh, that's Kahina. This guy's a very good artist. This little image down here is a little disturbing,
But of course,
but
mademoiselle.
whatever.
Excusez-moi, madame. Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Pardon me?
Pardonnez-moi, madame. Let me unlock that for you.
Ich danke Ihnen, Jacques.
Je vous en prie, madame.
Pardon me? Herr Schmidt?
Not here. Come to my compartment. Fräulein Wolf. Wundervoll. Wunderbar.
Oh, thank you.
Will you join me in a glass of champagne?
You're kind, but I'm a little tired just now. Thank you.
Then how about dinner?
Bonjour, monsieur.
Herr Schmidt?
Not here. Come to my compartment.
Yeah, I know.
Conductor, would you unlock my compartment, please?
Right away, monsieur. There you are, monsieur. Is everything all right?
Everything is fine. Thank you.
Herr Schmidt?
Not now. Wait 5 minutes.
Okay. Dude, seriously.
Mr.
Here.
Whitney,
It was 5 minutes.
I was wondering if you would come. Ah, yes, yes.
Not so fast, Herr Schmidt. We're not in Belgrade yet.
Okay, so we are going to go this way, go back to our compartment, and we are going to at least attempt to put it away, but
I guess this means His Excellency would like to see me. You know, he really has a way of making people feel wanted. Is this how he persuaded Miss Wolf to join him in a duet?
You talk a great deal for a man who knows so little.
Tell him I'll be there.
all right. So we are going to
Would you lock my door, please?
head back this way.
Of course, monsieur.
Pardon me?
There you are, monsieur.
Thank you.
I am disappointed.
I would have gladly let you keep this gold. If only you had seen fit to bring me the other. It would have saved us so much time.
Maybe.
What is it you want, Mr. Whitney?
Tyler Whitney is dead. I want to know who killed him and why.
You are on your way to Jerusalem, are you not?
How did you know that?
Knowledge is more precious than gold and rarer than rubies. If knowledge is the coin in which you wish to be paid, I could tell you many things about yourself and that ring you wear, for example. But the question you ask, that question I cannot answer.
Then I'll be on my way.
Not yet. I'm afraid you owe me some slight favor for having helped yourself to my luggage. That scarf in his breast pocket. Get it, please. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Kath. I shall keep it as a souvenir until our next encounter.
Okay. So.
Messieurs et mesdames les voyageurs, le train arrivera à Vienne dans 1 heure. Vienne.
All right. So we're going this way now, heading towards the
Bonjour, monsieur.
other car.
Oh well, my French isn't what it used to be. Never was, really. Perhaps I'll just take a walk up to the smoking car.
All right.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Gonna pace a little bit. All right. So, oh, close that. Meant to turn this way. So we've got this, the part that goes in here. That's the part that's the whistle. And then we've got that one that's stashed away. So everything is good. So we're gonna head back.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Towards the smoking car. Right, we can talk to
Mind if I join you?
Of course. Cigar? The best Havana.
No thanks.
Americans don't know how to have pleasure. How can there be a life of the spirit if the body is not fat?
How's Fräulein Wolf?
I shall dine with her this evening.
Tell me, August, how did a spiritual person like yourself end up as a munitions maker?
You would find that quite difficult to understand. Unlike you, Herr Whitney, I'm not motivated only by gold. I'm always thinking of the higher interest of my fatherland.
Where does the fatherland's interest lie in arming a band of Serbian terrorists?
Terrorists? You surprise me. I had thought you would at least keep up the pretense of sympathy with the group that is paying you.
I never said I wasn't sympathetic. I said they were terrorists. And you haven't answered my question. The last time I looked at a newspaper, Serbia was allied to Russia and France.
Your question is not a bad one. I leave it to you to find the answer.
All right.
Excusez-moi.
We're gonna go talk to Milos in compartment G. That's E. There we go. That's F.
Yes? Who is it? Excuse me.
Pardon me.
Je m'excuse.
Pardon me.
Excusez-moi.
Jacques, sperrst doch bitte
Excusez-moi.
die Tür zu, während
Pardon
ich
me?
weg bin.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, madame, I was looking for Milos.
Danke, Jacques.
Je vous en prie, madame.
All right. Yeah, where is
Je
Milos?
m'excuse.
We do not know where Milos is, but we need to talk to Milos.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Yes, I don't know where Milos is, but we need to talk to him.
These troubles in Ireland. It is unfortunate.
Yes, yes, it's awful. But really, sir, I must congratulate you. The recent industrial growth in Germany, most impressive.
Really?
Oh, yes. Our English businessmen could stand to learn a few things from entrepreneurs like yourself. All this political posturing aside, I really feel we're witnessing the birth of a new Europe, where business is the true international language. And the Orient Express, really quite remarkable if you stop to think about it. Here we are, we've just crossed from Germany into Austria, and not so much as a customs check to let you know we've crossed the border. Now that's the new Europe. Another year or two and frontiers will be a mere formality, a relic of the past. We'll be able to travel from England to Germany as easily as going from one end of London to the other.
Oh, if only.
You would not believe sometimes the troubles I have to explain to my people. I need to keep up with what is happening abroad, to act quickly when the opportunity presents.
Oh, I assure you.
All right. Maybe Milos is back in the compartment. We need to talk to him. No, don't we?
Bonjour, monsieur.
Come in.
There we go.
It's good you're here. We have many plans to make.
Your plans are your business. I want to talk about Tyler. I want to know who you think killed him.
Sit down. Let's have a drink. I will tell you. When we left Paris, I feel there was something wrong with the Tyler. To me, he says nothing, but he was like a frightened man. Always looking over his shoulder.
That's not like Tyler. I thought there was something wrong in his letter.
I tell you, he was afraid of something. There was a shadow on him. When I look into his eyes, they're the eyes of death.
There were marks on his face. 3 lines, like a knife.
It was none of my men. I love Tyler like he was my brother. If I find out who killed him, I will tear him apart in my own hands. Drink.
It's a little early in the day for that. I'll see you later, Milos. Why don't you come in? You'll be able to hear better.
Jacques, sperr uns doch bitte die Tür zu, während ich weg bin.
Sport artillery, one of the stars of the new German industry. I must say, I'm very...
Alright, I think the train master is gone at this point as well. So, we're gonna go down there and we're gonna take a look. Sorry about that, guys. But, you know, part of the achievement I needed for so many ways to die. Alright, there we go.
I believe you have my key. Could I have it back, please?
That's enough guns for today. Tell me, when you killed Tyler, was that part of the job, or was that your own idea?
I don't know what you mean.
You don't know you work for the Austrian secret police? Or you don't know you killed Tyler?
But I didn't kill him.
They sent you to break up Tyler's arms deal. You killed him and you stole the gold egg he was carrying.
I didn't. It wasn't me. I've never killed anyone. I swear it. I'd met Tyler Whitney once in New York. I recognized him at the station. Once we were moving, I came and knocked. The door was open, so I let myself in. And there was blood all over.
The egg!
It was sitting on the table by the window. I took it, but I didn't kill him. The first time I saw you, calling yourself Tyler Whitney, I thought you killed him.
Look out!
Alright. The trick here is now just to avoid her attacks.
Keine Bewegung.
Let her go.
Vienna. I have to go now.
Alright. so we see what that is.
Striking pair.
Let's go see if we can talk to Milos now and do this in the right order.
Excusez-moi, monsieur. Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Pardon me.
Feierabend, music.
Alright. We're gonna go talk to Milos. This time we'll do it right.
Blumen, gnädige Frau, eine Blume für Sie. Blumen.
Guten Tag. Nur eine gelbe Rose, bitte.
Eine schöne gelbe Rose für Sie, gnädiges Fräulein.
Dankeschön.
Bitte schön.
Ja, auf geht's. Geh mal.
Extrablatt, Extrablatt. Holen Sie Ihre Nachmittagszeit. Serbien antwortet Österreich. Extrablatt, Extrablatt. Holen Sie Ihre Nachmittagszeit. Serbien antwortet Österreich.
Okay, let's see if we can go talk to... Alright, so we're in Chapter 5. Chapter 5 is, gonna keep going now, continue the game.
Premier service.
Let's see if we can
Premier
go
service.
talk to Milos and do this the right way. Because we still want to know, we still don't know what happened to Tyler. We have suspicions, but...
Excuse me, Monsieur.
Jacques, I've got the most awful headache. Would you tell Herr Schmidt I won't be having dinner with him tonight?
Of course, madame. Can I bring you anything?
No, I'm just tired.
Bien, madame. I hope you can get some rest tonight.
Danke, Jacques.
Dinner is served in the restaurant car.
I was afraid you'd gotten off in Vienna.
In Vienna? Why should I?
I don't know, but I'm glad to see you.
The journey will be over soon enough.
So, what happens to August Schmidt now?
He will find the police waiting for him in Budapest. The guns will be discovered and confiscated.
I see. A job well done. You must be very proud of yourself.
You want to talk. Is smuggling guns your idea of an honorable profession?
Is that my profession?
It's like a game to you, taking sides. Today you help the Bosnians, tomorrow the English. Do you want to know why Tyler died? I'll tell you. For 1,000 years, people have been killing each other over the Balkans. It's not about to stop for one American. Our history is a chain of blood. It reaches deep into the past, it binds us, and it has nothing to do with you. Tyler is dead, you can't bring him back. Why don't you go home before the same thing happens to you?
Tyler was my friend. Maybe that word doesn't mean much to you. To me, when a friend asks for help, and you get there too late, you don't leave it at that.
Go away, please.
Alright, we're...
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Premier service. Premier service. Le dîner est servi dans le wagon.
Sorry, my mistake.
Alright. We're not gonna... Well, you... want to be able to talk to Milos, but it isn't really necessary. So, we are going to go...
Bonsoir, monsieur. Bonsoir, monsieur.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Alright.
Супружество я не верю.
Зачем русскому рабочему воевать со своим немецким братом? Ведь мы же все одинаковые. Простые люди всегда проливают свою кровь в войнах, начатых правительствами. Мы же как овцы, ведомые на бойню.
All right. So we can hear Alexei is talking about something. So we're going to go to compartment 2, but in order to get in that, we have to go into ours because the conductor there is watching. So let's head into our compartment, head out the window, and we'll do it that way. All right. Should be able to get in. Oh, come on. You see, you all saw the arrow. Okay, we got to take another stab at this. No pun intended. All right. All right, let's see if we can go in the other way. I'm going to try something.
Tatiana.
I say, I think you've got the wrong compartment.
Looks like we've both got the wrong compartment.
All right. So we've got... See if we can talk to Milos now.
Uji!
Sorry, wrong door.
All right. Can't talk to Milos. It's not really necessary, though, honestly. It just kind of helps tie the story together.
Good evening, monsieur.
Good evening. I will have the steak with béarnaise sauce, maybe there.
Le Chateaubriand avec sa sauce béarnaise à point. Très bien, monsieur.
All right. So...
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, wrong door.
All right. We really can't talk to Milos
Bonsoir,
at this
monsieur.
point, but, you know, it's not a big deal, again. Yep. All right, so... We're going to...
Bonsoir, madame, excusez-moi.
Excuse me.
Tatiana?
All right. So we're gonna sit in here, close that. You know, there's nothing else here, and we can't go to bed. We can't really catch up with anybody, so we can, you know, sort of just mosey about, see if there's anything else we can eavesdrop on.
Pardon me?
It's the conductor to make your bed, madame.
Good evening. I saw you in the dining car, but I didn't want to bother you. Did you enjoy your dinner?
Dinner was satisfactory, yes.
Must be delightful to be able to dine with your family every night.
Merci, madame. Excusez-moi de vous avoir dérangé.
Those meals alone. The loneliness rather gets to you after a while.
My problem is...
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Oh, yes. Well, I can see
Pardon
that.
me?
Really? Interesting.
Okay. Let's see if there's any more artwork. Alright. We're gonna head back to our room. Hasn't been made up yet. I don't know if you can hear the my neighbor kids outside. So
Excusez-moi. Excusez-moi, monsieur,
pardon
c'est
me.
le conducteur.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
there's August.
Yes.
Here's Schmidt.
It's the conductor to make your bed, monsieur.
Oui. Entrez.
Pardon me? Pardon me?
Conductor,
Pardon me?
would you unlock my compartment, please?
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Pardon me? Pardon me?
It's a very narrow spot. Oh, and good. There's our thing. But we're not going to sleep yet because there's one more conversation we need to have. I want to see.
Service.
Yep, there's second
Le dîner
service.
est servi dans le wagon restaurant. Dinner is served in the restaurant car.
Right away, monsieur.
Now we overheard Alexei.
Everything is fine.
So okay. So nothing. Now that we've taken the detonator. So nothing else in here. We can't look at any of the books or the clothes. So but we can look.
Right away, monsieur.
See, we have the detonator. We have the time table. See, we can see all the times and everything that we're getting in. We're supposed to be in estimated arrival in Constantinople. You know, by the next day. So we're gonna go this way first.
Excuse me.
Pardon me? Pardon me?
We pull the shade. I don't. No, we still can't pull the shade. But anyway.
Monsieur, may I speak to you?
Of course, come in.
You were so kind to my grandfather. I didn't know how to begin.
Is he worse?
No, it's Alexei. He has asked me to get off the train at Budapest and run away with him.
What did you say?
What do you think I said? My grandfather's ill. How can I leave him? It would be wrong, wouldn't it?
Alexei is a romantic. You know what they say. A romantic is someone who spends his life looking for a good way to die.
When I told him no, he started saying wild things. He said I'm his only connection to the world, and that if I won't go with him, his life means nothing. You don't know him. I really think he might do something crazy. He wanted to kill my grandfather with a bomb. He would have blown up the train and killed dozens of innocent people.
A bomb? What kind of bomb?
He made it himself. He's been planning it for weeks. Of course I talked him out of it. But now I'm afraid I don't know what he will do. I love him so.
I'll see what I can do.
Would you? Oh, thank you, monsieur. Thank you.
All right. Not going off just yet, but
Excuse me.
I'm not going to bother Anna. We are going to go.
Galanta, 5 minutes d'arrêt. Galanta.
So we have the clock there. Almost 9. Pretty soon we will be. All right. So August Schmidt appears to be rather upset. However, I am more concerned here
Yes,
about
monsieur. Some brandy, please.
Alexei.
Your best, with 2 glasses.
Très bien, monsieur.
It's very interesting.
I just can't imagine Charlotte deliberately letting herself in on this real life. I mean, after the
See what.
Son mari s'amuse de son côté. Je dirais même que tout a bien tourné pour eux. Pour Charlotte aussi d'ailleurs.
Don't joke about it, it's too awful.
Mais je suis très sérieuse. Moi aussi je pense me marier quand la bonne occasion se présentera. Tu devras aussi faire la même chose.
I shall never marry.
Ne sois pas si dramatique. Je te dis pas de faire quelque chose d'aussi compliqué en ce moment. On a tout le temps de s'amuser. Tu vas rester jeune et belle pendant encore 2 ou 3 ans. Peut-être même encore plus belle quand tu auras plus d'assurance et que tu sauras t'habiller. Après ça, comment veux-tu profiter de la vie quand tu seras une vieille fille?
All right, let's head out. There's very little left to do. Go to bed first, however. Let's talk to August.
Herr Whitney, have a drink. It helps make the journey shorter.
Thanks.
I have misjudged Fräulein Wolf. There is no other explanation. Again and again, I ask myself, could I have imagined it? A fantasy? A romantic dream? But then I remember the way she looked at me. The warmth of her eyes. And I know I was not mistaken. Something has changed her.
Well, August, she is an artist.
An artist? Yes. When I return to Munich, she shall play for me. She will perform at my house. Let me fill your glass, Herr Whitney. You, at least, have not disappointed me. Yes, yes. She will play for me. It will be a wonderful evening. You will be there too, Herr Whitney. And Kronos and the Oblenskis, we shall all be together in a big gold room. And she will play. And we will dance. Dance, dance, dance. Oh, Mutter, der Max, der Max, der Max hat Beine wie Max, wie Max, wie Max. La da 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 da, dum dum da da, da la la, dum 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 dum. Life is short, everything. Let's dance together.
Okay. Well, you know what? I think after that, there's really not much else to be said on the matter, so we may as well just go to sleep.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Excuse
All
me.
right. We are gonna go to sleep now.
Don't answer it.
I have to.
Василий Александрович, это наша с вами прощальная встреча.
Нет! Дедушка! Осторожно, он хочет тебя убить!
Нет, это ошибка, вы не поняли.
Okay, we gotta go. God, that guy can see through anything. Come on. Wow, I don't know what the deal with this game is right now. I'm sorry, guys.
Произойдет покушение на мою жизнь. Я не боюсь. Убийцы следовали за мной из самой России. Я не боюсь смерти. Я всегда следовал заветам нашей церкви, регулярно принимал участие, постился. Я служил Господу Иисусу Христу и исполнителю Его воли на земле Божьей. Когда я умру, святые защитят меня и приведут к ногам Господа нашего, который простит мне прегрешения.
Look here, we're being beautiful. My company has a pretty good understanding with the Austro-Hungarian authorities. I think if you let me speak to them first, I can explain what happened here and get this mess cleared up without a lot of fuss.
Pardon me?
No need to splash it all over the papers. Reputation of the line to think of and all that. There's a good fellow.
You hear that? Okay, so now we get to play bomb disposal. So we're going to lift that up, but only once, and then we got to take care of these wires. We got to be very careful with what we touch, though. So we got to burn through this and expose the wires. Alright, now you don't want to open this here because then everything will go poof. So we want to take it from the back and pull these. Alright, so you see it's going off like any minute now. So get that telegram and stick it right there.
I say, well done. Now how about that drink?
Pardonnez-moi.
Okay, so we had fun with that. It was very entertaining, to say the least. So, let's head up to the smoking car, because I think I could use a drink too.
Pardon me, sir.
There's Anna. You see, he took the clock off the wall here.
Cognac, please.
Very good, madame.
Thank you.
We're gonna sit here for a moment, wait for that opportunity to talk to Anna before things get too much more complicated. We also want to wait to talk to George Abbott. Alright, so let's talk to George.
There you are. What a nasty business. Oh well, good job it's over. Saves me a bit of trouble. Cheers.
Saves you trouble? How?
Oh well, the word went out that one of those anarchist chaps was travelling on the express precisely in order to blow up that poor old fellow Obolensky. So the company sent me along to see if I could spot him and nip things in the bud, you see, before any unpleasantness. Fact is, for a while I wasn't sure if it was him or you.
Me?
Well, travelling without a ticket, assumed name and all that. You can see why I might have wondered. No hard feelings, I hope?
No hard feelings.
Good job you finding that bomb. I wonder, have you ever considered doing a bit more work in this line?
What line?
Surely a man of your perception must realize that Europe is on the brink of war. Britain and America have certain common interests. An American who knows his way about, cool head in a tight spot. Frankly, we could use a fellow like you.
Your English police seem to have a different opinion.
Oh yes, that awkward business with that Irish policeman. As a matter of fact, I've looked into that. You know, you really shouldn't have helped that fellow, even if he was wounded. Our police tend to take it rather to heart when a policeman is killed. But in this case, I think there may have been a bit of a misunderstanding. Guilt by association, if you see what I mean. Fact is, you're a doctor, Hippocratic oath and all that. I think we can clear this business up fairly easily, assuming we want to.
You mean assuming you want to?
This isn't the first time you've come to our attention, Mr. Cath. We never have known quite what to make of you. Some of us were of the opinion that you were rather a loose cannon, like your friend Mr. Whitney. Unfortunate what happened to him. Me, I've always felt that when push came to shove, you'd turn out to be one of our sort. What do you think?
I'm sorry, Abbott. I've never been much of a joiner.
Just remember, the offer is open. The world is changing and one does need to choose sides. And sometimes things change so fast that it's hard to tell one side from the other. But as I hate to say it, sometimes these situations do come down to a for us or against us sort of problem, if you see what I mean.
I'll remember that. Excuse me.
Okay, so you see why I like George so much. He's just so entertaining, but we gotta catch up with him.
Anna.
I'm very tired. Please let me go.
Nope. We have to keep talking to her. It's important.
Why are you following me? There's so much I want to say. It's just that I am tired. You can't imagine how tired I am. We'll talk in the morning. Good night.
See, we need to keep talking now because it's important.
Come in.
I love how they get the movements of the train kind of speeding up. You can kind of see one leg go backward and he loses his balances. Or they lose their balances.
اذهب أيها الملعون!
We got funked out. Okay. All right. Chapter 6. This is the last chapter. 6. Again, this is the last chapter. And we have a train taken over by members of the Black Hand, the Serbian military group here. So we're going to continue. And right now we are tied up and gagged. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to try and get try and get at the matches that are in our pocket. You remember the ones we took out and we shoved in our pocket so we had the box for the bug? We got them in our back pocket. So there we go. Okay, so we've got some interesting things to do here now. wasn't fast enough. Ugh. There we go. Got him. Got him. That's the fastest I've ever got him down. Holy cow.
Take off your sash! You could have taken off the sash first.
You're welcome.
We're almost to the border. We've got to stop the train.
Why?
Why? Once we're in Serbia, they'll kill us.
And if we stop before the border?
The terrorists will be captured by the Austrian police.
Along with the arms.
Yes.
You're being used. You and August Schmidt.
What do you mean?
Germany and Austria want war. All they need is an incident to set it off, like Sarajevo. Sarajevo wasn't enough, but crates of machine guns captured in the hands of Serbian terrorists. Now that could start a war. Anna, how do you think your superiors knew about the arms sale? Schmidt's been set up. Germany wanted this deal to happen, and they wanted it blown wide open. By you. Anna, wait!
Yeah, we gotta go. Alright, so we're gonna head right up here. And I'm going to... Oh, Lord. Hopefully... There is one fight that I always struggle with. Unbelievably. It takes forever. We're gonna head this way. So, this guy's pretty easy. It's Vesna that's the difficult one. So, let's see. He's just easy, just gotta duck. Wait for the opportunity to grab the... There we go, guys. And grab this. Oh boy, okay.
Možda ti srpski seljačići nisu bili velika prepreka.
Alright, let's see how I do on this. I'll cut out if I die by time. Point there. Alright, let's try it again. See, you never quite know which way she's gonna go. So if it gets too long, I will cut out these extra death scenes because you never quite know if she's gonna go up or down, and you got to be really, really fast. So you have like a split second to decide. Alright, try that again. Ah! See, so fast. Alright, I'm gonna concentrate and not talk. about her is she is so unpredictable. I don't know what direction she's ever going to go. And it's not the same each time. All right. So the next one, from here on in, it's basically pretty easy. To be honest, that Vesna thing you just saw, that was the boss fight. Believe it or not, that was the boss fight. Everything else is like super, super easy comparatively. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this game. I know I have. All right. So, let's go try and talk to Nero.
You won't make it. You're another Slav. This I understand. But how can you help the Austrians?
I'm not helping anybody. I got a ticket in my pocket to Constantinople, and I'm not gonna waste it.
Is this a joke to you?
Who killed Tyler?
Tyler gave his life for our freedom. And you? What do you believe in? You believe in nothing?
You see, I did feel bad for Milos.
Good, because we're slowing down. You can stop shoveling now.
No, we are not going to stop shoveling. We are going to...
Keep shoveling!
What are you doing? Have you lost your mind? Stop the train!
As I was telling my friend before you shot him, I've got a ticket for Constantinople in my pocket, and I intend to use it.
Constantinople? You won't make it out of Belgrade.
I wasn't planning to stop in Belgrade.
There are 30 people on this train. Are you willing to risk their lives too? Haven't enough people been killed?
Oh!
The bandits who had locked us in the dining car turned out to be Serbian nationalists. It was Miss Wolfe and the American Mr. Whitney who stopped the train before the border. The Austrians gave Mr. Whitney a medal for heroic service to the monarchy. Rather ironic in light of subsequent events. Still, if he hadn't stopped the train, we might have all been killed.
Yep, I forgot about checking the passengers. I forgot about checking on the passengers. That was my bad. Oh, jeez. Okay. So we're going to turn around and go back. I completely forgot about the passengers. I need to do that first. That was my fault. Okay, my bad, folks. But, you know, that was the boss fight. Alright, so we're gonna go take care of all of this.
Monsieur, I beg you, stop this madness. The lives of these passengers, they are innocent people.
Slow down. You're wasting your breath.
You are not one of the bandits.
The bandits are dead. All but one.
Where is he?
He's running the train.
Ladies, gentlemen, if you would all please move out of the dining car and return to the sleeping car.
Was ist hier los? I demand to be told what's happening.
Monsieur, please, it is for your own safety. Your Excellency, may I escort you back to your compartment?
My granddaughter and I are traveling to Constantinople. And from Constantinople to Odessa.
Yes, of course. But won't you be more comfortable in the sleeping car with the rest of the passengers?
Those passengers will never arrive in Constantinople.
Listen, why don't you go and see to the other passengers? I'll stay a bit and try to look after things.
Mesdames et messieurs, s'il vous plaît, restez calmes et restez dans vos compartiments, porte fermée. Il n'y a aucun...
All right.
Татьяна.
Она не слышит вас. Бедный мой мотылек. Скоро ты будешь дома, в большом доме, понад речкой. Ничто не изменилось, все там как прежде. Как ты помнишь, все встретят нас. Дарья Филипповна, старая твоя няня Агафья Михайловна, даже старый Иоганн. Помнишь Иоганна?
Они умерли. Все умерли.
Жар-птица.
All right, now we are on the right track. So now we are going to go, oops, wrong door, out this door, and we are going to head up to deal with Milos appropriately this time. However, I'm glad I'm kind of getting through that achievement. It's pretty cool.
You won't make it. You are not a Slav. This I understand. But how can you help the Austrians?
I'm not helping anybody. I got a ticket in my pocket to Constantinople and I'm not gonna waste it.
Is this a joke to you? Who killed Tyler? Tyler gave his life for our freedom. And you? What do you believe in? You believe in nothing?
See, I do feel bad that Milos gets killed. He genuinely was someone I was very fond of in this game because he was genuinely...
We're slowing down. You can stop shoveling now.
All right.
Keep shoveling.
What are you doing? Have you lost your mind? Stop the train!
As I was telling my friend before you shot him, I've got a ticket for Constantinople in my pocket and I intend to use it.
Constantinople? You won't make it out of Belgrade.
I wasn't planning to stop at Belgrade.
There are 30 people on this train. Are you willing to risk their lives too? Haven't enough people been killed?
Shoot, I gotta decouple the cars. I forgot.
The bandit.
I forgot about...
Она не слышит вас. Бедный мой мотылек. Скоро ты будешь...
Okay, we're gonna skip that. Here we go. Now we should be able to do it.
Now I see. You think you can hijack this train and get my merchandise without paying for it?
August, let me tell you something. Fräulein Wolf is a spy. Your friends back in Germany set you up to get caught smuggling arms.
Fräulein Wolf? A spy? And me? August Schmidt? Betrayed? This cannot be. Tyler Whitney! We will meet again!
Oh, and there's one more thing. My name isn't Whitney. It's Cath. Robert Cath.
What?
My name is Robert Cath.
Okay, now this should work. Now this should work. Passengers are gone. Okay, guys, I'm so sorry about this. I'm distracted, it would seem. Alright, let's go take care of this whole thing.
On je ubio inženjera, ej, on je ubio inženjera.
U Musli nastavi da ložiš! You won't make it. You are not a Slav. This I understand. But how can you help the Austrians?
I'm not helping anybody. I got a ticket in my pocket to Constantinople, and I'm not gonna waste it.
Is this a joke to you? Who killed Tyler? Tyler gave his life for our freedom. And you? What do you believe in? You believe in nothing?
Well, Anna, you can say now that you can't say anymore that you've never killed anybody.
Good. We're slowing down. You can stop shoveling now.
All right. Nope. We are gonna speed up.
Keep shoveling.
What are you doing? Have you lost your mind? Stop the train!
As I was telling my friend before you shot him, I've got a ticket for Constantinople in my pocket, and I intend to use it.
Constantinople. You won't make it out of Belgrade.
I wasn't planning to stop in Belgrade.
We are still within the Austrian Empire. In the name of the Emperor, I order you to stop the train. Do you think I won't shoot you?
Go ahead.
Now you've done it. Damn you! Give me that shovel.
Everything under control, I see. Well done. Maybe you couldn't have stopped the train before we hit the border crossing, but we can't have everything. That's a Serbian army train. By the look of it, I'd say it was General Georgievich. He appears to be following us.
That train's on a different track.
Is it? I believe you're right. What on earth does he think he's doing?
Ej, oni su nas prebacili na stari kolos.
He says they've switched us onto the old track.
Mi moramo stati, stari most neće izdržati voz ove težine.
He says we have to stop. The bridge is old. It won't take our weight.
It'll have to.
The Serbian train had good brakes. Okay, so we are back on track. Gonna...
I say you've had rather a hard morning, haven't you? Why don't you go down and take a bit of a rest? I think we can keep it going ourselves, don't you?
Da, we run train.
All right. There we go. All right. Okay, we are nearing the end, you guys. It is wrapping up here, and I am enjoying this so much. I do feel bad for Tatiana and, yeah, poor kids in shock. All right.
It seems you'll make it to Constantinople after all. Congratulations, you've won. What about finding out who killed Tyler? Or have you forgotten about him?
Maybe it was one of the Serbs. Maybe Mahmud. Oh, well, what difference does it make? They're all dead. I can't help Tyler. I can't help anyone. You were right. I never should have gotten mixed up in this. And neither should you.
At least I'm serving my country.
What country? You're Jewish, you speak German, you come from Hungary. What is your country?
My father spent his life in the Austrian military. My brother was killed in action. I think that gives me the right to consider myself an Austrian.
I hope the Emperor appreciates your sacrifice.
What about you? Once you get to Constantinople, where will you go then?
To Jerusalem. There's a man there who has a manuscript I'd like to get a look at. Do you want to come with me?
Oh, if I only could.
Don't you think the Empire can totter along for a while without your help? I mean it. Come to Jerusalem with me.
I'm thinking about it.
I am the monarch of the sea, the ruler of the Queen's Navy, whose praise Great Britain loudly chants.
One more thing to do, and that is to at last find out what happens to Tyler.
We should be in Constantinople in an hour.
To Tyler, and of course the ring he's wearing.
Where did you get this?
I've had it for a long time.
I've seen this tower before.
Where?
If I think for a minute, I'll remember.
It's just a design on a ring.
Only an American would say that. It's a family crest. The tower, the hand, every part of it has a meaning.
Maybe they mean he bought it in a flea market.
Don't go away. When I come back, I'll tell you where I saw that tower.
Where are you going?
Out!
Head out. The thing about this game is that it was meant to have a follow-up where Robert was finding out about that ring. That's why it's prominent in the opening credits when the train first comes through it. But because the game was not very well advertised, it didn't make enough of its money back in sales, so they never could do it. But that is neither here nor there. Let us go and finish this last bit. So...
Ah, Mr. Cat. We have been waiting for you. Not yet, my dear. Would you bring us the Firebird, please?
All right. Now, this point, we can go get the Firebird, which is the egg. So, we're going to back, and I want everybody to recall that poem that was written that Tatiana translated for us.
Thank you. And now, if you would be so kind as to open it.
Okay, so you remember that poem where it was talking about the lands with silver bells and grassy greenlands? Those are the color jewels you press. So we start with the silver, which is here in Australia. And then the next one we go to, if you remember correctly, was the blue one, the land he talked about being Denmark. It's all in the poem. You have to go back and listen. We don't have time to go through it, but again.
Mr. Kath, we are wasting time.
Then we have China. And then we keep going over to land of the South Pacific, which is the purple one. And then finally, going backwards, the Near East, which is right here. And then it opens up, and we can put our finger in. Again, it's in the poem you read that Tatiana translates.
What's that sound?
Look out the window. It's growing dark.
But what is it?
Don't you know? It is the beating of its living heart. Now, make it sing. Play the solace. Play it! Sunset. That's enough. Close the egg now, please. Close it!
We can close it, but instead, we are going to save our lives. He was mauled by a mechanical bird. Go figure. Yay! Where has that dog been this whole time?
Oh, ich hätte dich fast vergessen, Max, mein kleiner Schatz. Oh, ja, jetzt ist alles.
Tatiana.
Давайте, Маруша, война должна закончиться.
Take me away from here, now, please.
What are they saying? What's happening?
It's war! Avusturya ve Sırbistan harpte! Harp! War!
I know a skipper who can take us to Gallipoli. We can get a boat there to Jerusalem.
Don't look at me like that. This war won't last longer than a month. I'll come to Constantinople as soon as it's over. I'll take the first Orient Express that runs after the war. If I don't see you, I hope you find what you're looking for. Take care of Max for me.
And that is true, because between the war and then the depressions that followed throughout Europe, it was not able to run. So that is the end of the game. Now, in the original game, the credits were done over a map of Europe, and you can see how the map of Europe looked before in 1914, and then how it gradually changed throughout the years until 1932, when the Orient Express ran again. And it's very interesting to see, because the simplicity of it at the beginning versus how it changed was amazing. So yeah, that was the game. I hope all of you really, really liked it. I love playing the game. Like I said, this is the simplest playthrough. It's the quickest. But there's other ways to do it. There's a lot of achievements that you can unlock as far as order of things you do, and ways that you can get yourself kicked off the train for one reason or another. I didn't want to do all of that in this playthrough because it would have taken forever, and I just wanted to do it really fast, and sort of take you through all the steps involved. But you can look at the papers more closely, you can eavesdrop on more of the conversations, you can take things out of order. Like I said, it's a great game, really underappreciated and underrated. So if you get a chance, it's on Steam. It's reasonably priced, I think, for everything you get to do, and you have a lot of fun with the atmosphere of it. So thank you all so much for joining me on my very first Let's Play. Let me know what you think in comments below if you enjoyed it. If you want me to play more games, I'm not much of a game player. This one is a favorite because of how atmospheric it is. But there are other games out there that I might try and play. But thank you so much. Thank you for all the warm wishes. And I will certainly keep everybody up to date if my niece arrives anytime between now and the posting of this. So again, thank you, and it has been a great birthday for me. I can already tell this is going to be a great weekend. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I have a lot more stuff out there that I like doing. I'm growing in my community, so I'm having lots of fun. And take the time to check out some of the other stuff I do, and I will see you all the next time. So to all my tweethearts, have a great day, and lots of love to you. Okay, bye.